Yes, I am. Please do. All right. Sorry. When Jeff is always early to everything, including this show. Thank you for joining us. Woody's Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show in San Leon, Texas. It's the award-winning and real-time car talk show. Coming up, another hot rodder from today's event. Later, I'll give you my thoughts on driving the 2024 Buick Envista. And Jeff has the Motor Minute. That and more in this segment of the In Wheel Time 3-hour bonus car show today. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars. He's down at the men's room. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday. Are you showing everybody the cars behind us Jeff?
There you
Please
go.
do. This is Woody's Waterfront Car Show. We are here at the Top Water Grill in San Leon, Texas, as I mentioned. And here he comes, much lighter in weight now, is Mike Mars. So we're zooming in the camera, the one camera that does work. Thank you. But he can't come back to us and say anything. He can't defend himself, so we're just going to hammer it home now. Anyway, as you can see, we have some really nice vehicles here today. And for those that are here, welcome to Woody's Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show, San Leon, Texas, and Top Water Grill. It was an hour drive. Well, actually, not quite. It was about a 50-minute drive from Sugar Land down here to San Leon. And it for you is 30 minutes. And I have to tell you, it's a squiggly line to get from I-45 out here.
Because
this is a point along the bay that is basically there's Galveston Bay, there's Trinity Bay. And this little point right here kind of divides the two. The water doesn't divide the two. It's the water. But this is a fishing hole, if you will.
So you think you're Moses? Are you going to split the...
I don't think anything like that.
All right.
No, that wouldn't be me. That would be Mars. It's our video expert.
Okay.
Isn't that right, Mr. Mars?
Well, no.
Yeah.
Hi. How
good.
are you?
Well, I'm great. How are you? What are you doing down there, Mars?
I am getting situated.
We don't have any Zoom callers this morning.
No, we do not. We have guests lined up, though.
Yeah. So I think that the gentleman that Jeff and I met earlier with the red Corvette, is that you, or is that you sitting over there? You the one with the red Corvette? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are you it?
Talking to you.
I saw them walk by here. Maybe they went up to register, but somebody's got to go down and get them. And you passed by their car, Mr. Mars, and it really is that Marvin? Marvin, is that you? No,
hello,
it's not.
Marvin.
Anyway, somebody is going to there's 5 of us sitting here. Somebody is going to go down and get our first guest.
I'll go.
Okay, please do. It's a red Corvette, Mike. Woody, by the way, is the local entrepreneur of the Auto Appraisal Network here in town. And he, in conjunction with Topwater Grill and with the American Pontiac Association, have put this show together. That's Woody's redone. Is it a 55? Is it a 55 Pontiac? Kind of looks that way.
Sort of, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Could be.
At any rate, he's had it repainted and done all sorts of stuff.
Well, he's only had a part of it painted. I think it was the top part, didn't he?
I don't know. Is it really important?
Well, you mentioned it's painted, not the whole car.
I don't know. It doesn't make any difference. It's a beautiful car. And 56. I missed it by a year. Thank you.
The car just spoke to us.
It did. It did. In a very nice female voice.
Mm-hmm.
So the classes of cars here include cars and trucks from 1920, the year you were born, Mike, through 20.
Yeah, 3 years.
2004.
1820.
Yeah, and Mars is speaking to us from the grave this morning. Awards for Best Show, Best Interior, Best Engine, and Best Paint, Best Truck, Best Rat Rod, and Best Import. 40 awards in total are going to be handed out today. If you're one of the first 50 to register, you got a free T-shirt. And, of course, Topwater Grill has some really good food, including some salads down there. That's in the pavilion and in the restaurant. Do not bring alcohol because they're selling alcohol. And let me just say cheers to everyone. They make really good Bloody Marys. Cheers to you. Cheers to you. We have a special guest in the audience today. It's the only guest we have in the audience. His name is Jeff Heitzman. Jeff and I worked together at KPRC Radio way back when. When were you hired there? 80s? You were 78? Because I started in 75. We're dating ourselves. Mm-hmm. And you're younger than me.
That's all right. You always liked youngers.
No, but we worked with somebody that did. And David and I met at KPRC Radio, and he knows exactly what we're talking about. So at any rate, there's still room for registration, $30 per car, and there's no pre-registration. So you bring $30, bring your car up to the front gate, hand them the $30, and they say, come on in. And you pull your car in there, and then you are officially in competition once you come up here to register. But coming up here to register is really a show in itself because you're going to pass by all of the cars that have now taken up all of the waterside space, and it's all spilled over, so to speak, into the main parking lot for Topwater Grill. Yeah. Now, in a couple of weeks, we are going to be at the Good Grub and Gears car show, and that's going to be in Stevenson Park in Friendswood. How far is that from your house, David? Why don't you put your headset on and talk to us online?
I thought you sleep in the park.
He does
used
do
to.
that. Yeah. So how far away is Stevenson Park from your house?
3 miles.
3 miles. Are you serious?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, better yet, why don't we just bypass the car show and just come to your
to the
garage?
house. Sure.
Come to the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
we could take a look at your new fence that you put up in the backyard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. Also, I did not to take away from this show, but in 2 weeks, the Good Grub and Gears car show and fall festival, which, by the way, is an event put on by the Space City Corvette Club. It's going to be a rain or shine event, public welcome, open to all makes and models of cars. Entry fee is $40, $45 the day of, and so you can go online and register at SpaceCityCorvetteClub.com. Okay? The event in 2 weeks is going to be from 8:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. Registration is 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And once again, we'll be doing a 3-hour show, kind of like today's show. So we extended it by an hour to get into the 1 o'clock hour. We just thought that it would be better for everybody, including you at home. Or wherever you're watching, whether you're watching on the stream or a podcast or whatever, that make it easier for everybody. So you get out and about and you can listen to this fabulous show. As a matter of fact, you can't see it, but right off of the screen is the in-wheel time truck that Mars drives from Neaterville. And notice he hasn't said anything. He's been really quiet over there.
I've got him working on something for me.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's that?
He's doing my taxes.
You want me to do yours?
No, don't touch mine. It only took me 6 months to get my refund back. 6 months. Then I want to thank my CPA for dumping me in the grease, but that's okay. I'm sure he's not listening to the show.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we are too.
So we passed some really cool rides here today. One of them, and I'm hoping we're going to have that guest. That's you. Sit down right there. Put on a headset. We've been looking for you. Like you didn't pay attention to the clock, did you? Klaus. This is broadcasting, and the only thing that's close in broadcasting is he doesn't have enough
Extension.
Well, nobody put
Pull,
the extension in.
pull your chair up
All
over
right,
here. in
yeah.
front. We're
If you
good.
just do some work for us
Do a
here,
little
will you?
Do a little Watusi.
Hey, honey, this is for you. Come on over here. Yeah, just so you can. We'll work on
There you
getting
go.
an extension here. There you go. Thank you. They're beautiful. Put it a little bit closer to your mouth. Yeah. Sports broadcaster that you are, you look great.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Your name?
I am Jeff Perkins. Everybody calls me JP.
JP.
We're going to call you Carl.
Okay, Carl. All right. All the way from Indianapolis, Indiana.
There you
Yeah, I know. And a good Midwesterner.
Absolutely.
And
And with my beautiful wife, Mary.
Mary, it's good to see you.
Hi there.
So they're from there. They have a residence there, but they also have a residence here.
Correct.
And lucky you.
In San Leon?
At San Leon.
That place too?
Clear Lake.
You're as bad as he is. You're over. Y'all are in Clear Lake.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So we want to talk about your car because I noticed your car as I was coming back from the bathroom earlier today, and I was very impressed with your car.
Well, thank
So
you, sir.
please tell everybody what your car is.
It is a 94 Chevrolet Corvette convertible. Just turned 20,000 miles.
Wow.
It was a Brickyard 400 parade car. It was the first Brickyard where Jeff Gordon won that race.
That was the race.
Yes, and that car is where the drivers sat in and went around the track.
Yeah.
Waved, did their beautiful wave.
Yeah. And how did you acquire? How long ago did you acquire?
2017.
2017. Did you buy it from the owner of?
I bought it from a gentleman that God bless his soul, had cancer, and he wanted somebody to
Take care of it.
to have the legacy of that car to continue on, and so I committed to it, and here we are today.
Well, it's a beautiful car.
Well, I'm going to give my dad credit to why it's beautiful. My dad has a 41 split window Cadillac that won the World of Wheels.
Jeff, did you hear that? Okay, go ahead.
He also has a 55 Chevrolet convertible that he's owned since he was 18. My parents just turned 85 and 86. God bless their souls. And he is a car fanatic. His garage is a museum. And when I bought that car, I said, I'm going to start taking it to shows. He says, no, son, you're not going to take that to shows. There's just no way it's going to happen. So we decided to take it to his garage and put it upon jack stands, took it all apart, and detailed it from underneath. That's why that car looks the way it does today. All
Did
because
it need detailing? It only had 20,000 miles on it. Did they run it in the rain or something or snow?
He said this car will never win at a show unless we detail it to the T.
Well, that could be.
And he said it's got to look brand new. So that's what we did.
Well,
Took us a month.
It did it. And when you say you took it all apart, you didn't take the body panels off.
We took all the wheels off. We took all the hood, everything inside,
Right.
all the easy stuff to get off, and then redid the whole underneath. Actually, he did, and took a drill and did all the pipes to make it all. I mean, he's so detail orientated. It's crazy.
What did your dad do for a living?
My dad he did all the floor planning for all the dealers. He was a car guy, and he did all the floor planning for all the dealers in the state of Indiana. So
Nice.
He that's when dealers couldn't afford to own the cars, which pretty much they do today.
Yeah.
And he's always been a car guy all his life, and that Cadillac or the 55 he's owned since he was 18, and it's just flat gorgeous.
Well, that car is gorgeous. I can only imagine his own collection. And I really was impressed with the incident. And I'm a Corvette guy. I've owned Corvettes for a long, long time. Many different ones. The one I currently have is an '01. It's a driver, and it's black on black, 6-speed. It's pretty much stock. I mean, it's some accoutrements on it that are not, but you could put it back to stock instantly in one day. But I appreciated the car the instant that I saw it. Drew me to it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, appreciate it.
Car fetish from your dad.
I did.
Yeah, I did with my dad too. My dad had an old DeSoto that he'd barely keep it running back in the day, and he would get out there and work on it in the dead of winter in Wisconsin. And you know about winters up there in the Midwest, and he rebuilt engines out there in the driveway, no garage, and just to keep the thing running. So mom would have wheels, and so that's why I think I got it. And he worked for an engine company called Waukesha Motor Company. And so I guess I got the oil, grease, and gasoline in my veins from the very beginning.
Very nice.
Yeah, and so I get it. The car fetish from your dad transferred to you, and I'm glad that you appreciate cars.
Most definitely. My first one was a '69 Camaro SS 396. I wish I still had that car today.
Don't you?
Yes. Unfortunately, it went bye-bye for some reason.
Made bad decisions too in my day, and I've lost some things that I really regret. But that's good to know that you had a '69 SS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have. At least I still have pictures of it. My plate was my '69 SS. Had that for years, and that was another one. My dad was that 55 that he had. He drag raced that car at Indianapolis Raceway Park, and that car still has it's. You can underneath the same way, but it's got the dumps. If you ever ask somebody to go up and say, "Hey, what is that?" These people today, they don't know. You get the younger generation.
Yes.
Did not have a clue what dumps mean.
Yep.
I didn't either, and so the dumps is pretty cool.
Was it a handle?
No, he's got two screws that he takes the caps off and comes down.
The first one that I saw had a handle, and it was down on the floor, and you just twisted the handle, and that took care of it. And which car was that?
The 55 Chevy.
The 55. While Jeff was over there fiddling with the wires, his dad also has a Cadillac.
41 split window.
Oh, wow.
I think this has the engine that's in it was the World War II tanks. That's what's in it. They made this car and that's the motor that it came in it.
It's a 41.
41.
Wow, nice.
I'm going to show you a picture here in a minute.
Okay.
You used to buy those cutoffs or cutouts from J.C. Whitney, and they had a cable that you could pull and do it.
I think that's he's yeah.
Used to.
There you go.
We wish that we could show you these pictures, but one of these days we'll be able to do that. I would imagine. Is that a low boy?
Very nice.
I hope. Oh, pardon me. You were going to say something?
No,
I said
wasn't.
very nice. Very nice picture.
Yeah.
Did you send him up here with the car?
Yes.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
There's
the
another one
55.
coming too.
Is there?
Yes. Another car.
You've redeemed yourself.
Very good.
Well, it's not done yet. Let's give it a few minutes to see.
Okay. Well, it's a pleasure to have you guys here. So, are you down here for the
that's
winter?
The front of it.
Oh my God! Look at that thing. They had to make the front end so long to get the engine in it.
Yeah.
Are you guys here for the winter?
Yes.
And you're going to go back when?
When do you think we're going back?
What?
Indy 500.
Perfect. Yeah, that's it. Have you guys gone to every Indy 500 race since you were kids?
I pretty much have. There's the 55 with the dumps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. So if you're from Indianapolis, I can't imagine not going to the Indy 500. I mean, not only is it the race itself, but it's a social event. It's everything. The parade. People don't even know that they've got a parade the day before. I've been there, done that. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's that. The one that I went to is on a downtown street.
Yeah, on Meridian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I've always liked
A
Indianapolis.
lot of people don't know that's the largest spectator event in the world.
It is. It is.
They
What do
never-
they guesstimate, 500,000?
Yeah, but they never give you for
No,
whatever reason.
they
They don't
never
want to
do.
give you the number. And did you know that they black out the race in Indy so nobody in Indianapolis can ever see the race? They do it.
Seriously?
They do
Unless
it.
they
They
go.
do it at 7 p.m. that night is when you can watch the race.
Prime time.
Yeah, in Indianapolis.
And you already know who won, but you don't know all the details.
Right.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's been that way. They've only done it twice. They've shown it the 100th running, and then somewhere in the 50s they did it one time. But those are the only times they've ever showed that race
Very
live.
interesting.
Got to
Well,
sell the
JP,
tickets.
and Mary, it's a pleasure to meet you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for stopping by
We
and talking
appreciate
to
it.
us.
Evidently.
Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
Okay, it's time now for a little break. You can catch the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream our live today 3-hour weekly show, but normally it's 2, on YouTube, InWheelTime.com, and podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after what? What are we doing? Thank you. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back.
The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipe means when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the first Lupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katie's another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupe's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana, the Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
You know, fall's right around the corner. Actually, fall is here. Yeah, started last week.
Calendar-wise, it's here, but weather-wise, it's not.
It never will be, thank God. Fall's right around the corner. I'm going to read it as I wrote it. And the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show has some remote broadcasts lined up next in 2 weeks, actually. Space City Corvette Club's big show in Stevenson Park in Friendswood. The Hemi Hideout Open House, November 9th. And then Houston Autorama, Thanksgiving weekend. We hope you'll stop by the In-Wheel Time remote broadcast booth and say hello. Time now for Jeff's Motor Minute on In-Wheel Time.
Yeah, we've got an Andretti update. Haven't had one in quite some time, but here we go. Andretti hands over control of the race team to his business partner for the Formula One plans. Michael Andretti. Well, that's the only one left. Well, his dad, but we know. Michael Andretti has restructured Andretti Global to give the co-owner Dan Torres control of the organization, while Andretti stays a strategic advisor for the team. Andretti, in 2023, confirmed that he sold part of the company to Torres, which is owner of GameBridge, a holding company, Group 1001. GameBridge is actually the premier sponsor for Indy 500, or the Indy Racing League. So as CEO and chairman of Global, his name stays on it, but Torres became part owner of the group. He's going to transition to a more strategic role to the day-to-day activities and is the key ambassador. Check this out. Andretti is bought or is investing in an AI company called Zapata, which is part of a motorsports team as well. So it's still kind of in limbo, but there's more to follow once Andretti gives us more detail.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. The time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive a very interesting SUV. It's the brand new 2024 Buick Envista. Comes in the Preferred, the Sport Touring, and the Avenir trim levels. Of course, I had the Avenir. This is what the government calls a small station wagon. We call it a compact SUV here on the In-Wheel Time Show. Seats 5 people, including the driver. This is an all-new vehicle for Buick in 2024. Sharpest exterior from Buick in a long, long time. Clean, sharp front fascia with squinty front headlights, fast back roof line, and chrome rear bumper treatment. When's the last time you saw what we call a bumper in chrome?
Yeah, it's going away. They're not doing
looking wheels on the Avenir, very upscale looking. What I liked about it, something like designs direct from today's high styling studio. That's what I liked about it. What could use improvement? Nothing. Don't mess with it. And don't make it bigger. Because they always make it bigger when they do a redesign that ruins it.
Absolutely.
Well, the bigger part of that would be the Envision.
Okay, well, that's a different model
Yeah.
today. Interior highlights, one extra large horizontal screen across the top of the dash that includes the instrument and infotainment systems, attractively designed dash layout, attractive seating surfaces that are very comfortable, and easy-to-use control surfaces. Cargo and trunk room is small. It's got a very slanty roof, fastback, if you will. So it's going to make it smaller. What I liked about it, all of it. What could use improvement? I say too much plastic, but God loved plastic because it keeps the price lower. Engine. Okay, now hold on to your web chair.
Okay.
1.2 liter, 3-cylinder, turbocharged engine.
I think my golf cart's
Are you
got a
are
bigger
you
engine.
are you laughing down there? He's
Yes,
laughing.
They do make a 1.3. It's beefier. They give it 2
Yeah,
options.
what? It got another 10 horsepower or something?
Yeah.
This one here has 136 horsepower with 162 pound-feet of torque. But you don't have a lot of power. You get pretty good gas mileage as a rule. Now, this car is only available in front-wheel drive, not four-wheel drive. Perfect for Houston. In the city, it gets 28. On the highway, it gets 32 for combined to 30. I got 31.4 miles
Wow,
per
good for
gallon
you.
with a gasoline motor. And I did not think that it would be as peppy as it is. I think that the 6-speed automatic is geared right, but I drove it for 387 miles, and the 136 horsepower wasn't a problem as long as I kept my right foot off the floor. You floor the thing, you're going to be underwhelmed, but that's not what this car is about.
Finesse.
Ride and handling, smooth, comfortable ride quality. What could use improvement? I had to think about this one. Maybe offer a sportier trim, not a corner cutter, but just a sportier trim. I don't know. I had to come up with something to fill in the space. Base trim price, $28,600. Price is tested. A reminder that this was the top-of-the-line Avenir model. It went for $30,490. The base model price, you can get in this thing for $22,400.
Yeah.
$22,400 for a Buick. Pretty darn good.
And it's a good-looking
Competitors
Buick.
include the Chevy Trax at $20,400, Hyundai Venue for $19,900, and the Kia Seltos for $24,490. And that is my review of the 2024 Buick Envista. New for $24,000. I'm sure that they've got some 24 still left on the lot that they'd love to get you into. I would suggest that if you're in the market for a mom car, something to go back and forth to the grocery store, not a long hauler, good short trips to grandma's or Aunt Mary's, whatever the case may be, I would definitely look at this and consider it in your shopping list.
There are quite a few on the Buick lots because I've seen them, been by, looked at them. Kathy and I looked at them, but I'm a fan of the Envision, so that's going to be a choice that I'm going to make.
And so you're thinking about buying a new car?
Yeah.
Well, good for
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah. So there you go.
Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We'll back after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The N-Wheel Time Fall Tour begins Saturday, September 28th at Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show. There'll be awards for Best Truck, Rat Rod, Import, Paint, Engine, Interior, and Best of Show. It happens at the Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas, where the backdrop of Galveston Bay will be one for your car scrapbook. Registration is $30 per car on site. Visitors are free 8 to 4, Saturday, September 28th. It's Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show at Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas. The Annual Time Fall Remote Tour continues Saturday, October 12th from 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival, hosted by the Space City Corvette Club. See up to 300 cars under the trees in beautiful Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Competitors register online. Proceeds benefit Texas Equisearch. Show goers are free and will see all makes and models of the finest rides at this judged event. It's Saturday, October 12th, 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival in Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Sponsored by Emmons Autoplex on FM 528 near the Gulf Freeway in Webster.
It's the world's favorite place to go for fun, car romance, and talk. This is the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Today coming to you from Woody's Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show. Just ahead, another car lover is in our sights.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to stick the microphone in his face. Later, Jeff has the racing calendar. Mars has This Week in Auto History, and I'll get you caught up on the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy along with Mike Out of This World Mars down there chatting amongst themselves. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Our chief engineer, David Ainsley, is with us today. We got him out of bed early. We have our built-in audience. That'd be Jeff Heitzman. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday. It is simply gorgeous down here. Okay, so Galveston Bay, Trinity Bay. We're right between the two, right here on the point in San Leon, Texas.
And there's not a cloud in the sky.
And Jeff's going to have a little story about the founding of San Leon.
That's my feature today, so pay attention.
All right, we got that coming up.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Mars, who do we have in the hot seat?
You know, one of these days when I grow up, I am going to have a 32
You better hurry up.
Yeah, I know. And this particular one that we have right here now, Danny Burrows is here with it, and he is with Bruce's Rod Shop. Bruce's Rod Shop. You know, if you remember, I didn't realize
Bruce's
it
Rod Shop, didn't we?
A few years ago, we talked to his mother at Tail Pipes and Tacos.
She
was out there in a roadster as well.
Three of them, yeah.
Yeah. So he's out here today with this one, and I love it.
Yeah.
What is that, a 32?
Yes, sir.
It's a 32, what I would call a low boy.
Well, actually, that's a high bore roaster.
This one's a high boy.
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
What's the difference between a high boy and a low boy?
High bore roaster, the body is not channeled over the frame. A low bore roaster, the body's channeled over the frame, which makes it look, of course, lower to the ground.
Okay.
And this is a high boy?
Yeah, high bore is
it's
basically
on standard.
It's on a standard 32 Ford chassis. Basically, a high bore roaster is basically a stock appearing car that they pull the fenders and running boards off of. And so back in the pre-war era, when they were starting to build hot rods, 32s were kind of the golden child of the
plentiful. And
exactly,
they were light.
Exactly. And so basically, you could get one relatively inexpensive, and the racers out in Southern California, there's running out at the Dry Lakes and El Mirage, they would just pull the fenders off and go out there and
just like you see it here.
Yes, sir.
Now, was it a two-seater always?
Yes.
It's always
sir.
a two-seater.
Yes, sir.
Who bought that car back when it was new? I can't imagine a family car.
No, they had this 32 was available with either a trunk car or a rumble seat car.
A rumble seat.
So a small family. Well, everybody was small back then. The average person was probably 5'4" or so.
That's I was.
And so way back then.
Yeah,
I've seen pictures.
Then, yeah.
And so so they could have had the kids in the back and then have the parents
in the rumble seat, so when they rolled it over, the kids go flying out.
Yeah. Just eject them and they're okay.
Yeah.
The rumble seat, you could get the rumble seat with the Roadster?
Yeah, you could get a rumble seat with every two-seater body style.
What was it? I'm just asking because I got to ask these questions as we go along here.
Of course.
Could you make the rumble seat after the car was already built with a trunk?
Yes. This particular car, if I remember correctly, was a rumble seat car that we converted to a trunk car. Basically, the deck lid's the same, the body's the same. There's one panel that the deck lid latches to that bolts in and out between the two different body styles or the two different options, and so you could have a trunk car and later on decided that you wanted a rumble seat and basically convert it to a rumble seat car.
How long have you had this car?
This car, it's been on the road since 2009. We've had it for numerous years before then. We were collecting parts for it.
So this is your restoration.
Yes, sir. This is actually my dad's roaster that me and him built together at our shop.
Well, you have a beautiful model. That,
well, thank you.
The model that's
the model. The guy that's showing you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That guy. But I guess the model is in the eye of the beholder because he's not a beauty to me.
The prison pre-release program is working
That's
wonders.
right. Ladies and gentlemen, that, sir, is Michael Wooding, sometimes known as Woody. This is his car show. And so I guess
Our
he can
host.
Well, today's Woodette.
With the most.
You
He's
can do
Woodette.
whatever you want to do if you own the show. Is that. All right, so what kind of motors it got in it? It's not a flathead.
No, not this one. This one, 32 was the first year for a flathead, so it could have had a flathead from the factory. This one here has actually got a small block Chevrolet in it with a 5-speed.
Okay, now why? See, I have just a little bit of an issue with that. Why would you put a Chevrolet motor into a Ford vehicle when there are Ford motors available to go in that?
The easiest way to answer that is they fit better in between the firewall and the radiator than a Ford does because of the architecture of a Ford motor is long in the front. And so, which means that to have enough room for electric fan and radiator and accessories, that the motor has to be moved back in the chassis, which encroaches into your foot room in the car. So that's the simple way of saying it.
Or you could put a Ford 4-banger in there.
Well, they had that from the factory. You could either get 32 was kind of the biggest transition year because, of course, Ford came out with the V8 in that year. And they were basically during those year ranges, Chevrolet was kicking their tails on sales because of the inline 6. That was a good power plant in the Chevrolet models back then.
But then, again, the same issue holds true. You can't put a straight 6 in it because it's too long.
Exactly. Yeah, and so the V8 platform from Ford in the flathead gave them the more cubic inches and the more power in a relatively small compact size.
See, I'm thinking right now, the first thing that comes to my mind, something that's small. Of course, if you can't hot rod it too much, but the turbocharged Buick V6, would fit?
Yeah, we actually several years back we built a 27 Roadster for a customer that had a turbocharged V6 in it, and we tried to convince the customer. That was the first V6 turbocharged motor that we had worked on, and putting it into a hot rod. And so we tried to convince the customer, man, we could put a small block in this thing and it'd work great and have good power. And he's like, no, this is the power plant that I want to run. This is what I want. And so sometimes the customer is right. And so you get sometimes the customer is right. And so we put that in there. And the first opportunity that I got to drive the car when we got on the road, I had my own Roadster at the time that had about a 400 horsepower small block in it. And so I was very familiar on what that car felt like with that power range. And this motor was built and it had a similar power range. And so I got out and kind of put my foot in it and it's like this piece of junk. And then that turbo spooled up. Oh, it kicked like a mule and took off and all you could hear is just rushing wind from the turbo and the wind being an open car. And that was the moment that a turbocharged, small cubic inch, small displacement motor gave me the respect.
Now let me take that one step further. So, how much reliable horsepower can you get out of a flathead V8? Say, for instance, a 32.
Well, an original 32.
No, not the original.
I know, but the original architecture of a 32 motor, the types of bearings that they use is not a good platform to make power out of.
Didn't they modify those though in later years?
Yes, later years. Basically.
So I guess what I'm saying is, you could, worst come to worst, put a flathead V8, same style, same looking motor that it came with, but with updated internals and maybe a carburetor or whatever.
Yeah, you could get reliably, and probably these days, the parts availability for a flathead is probably the greatest that has ever been in history.
Yeah. Kind of horsepower you think you could get out of it?
At least I've seen in the mid 200s.
I was going to say 250,
which is an original 32 was 85 horse motor.
But dude, the car's done. There's no car there. It's just basically an engine with a frame and some steel around it. Oh my God, they'll let anybody in here, even the locals.
Exactly.
He's a local.
Yeah, if he's driving a Ford convertible, you can.
Yeah, well, not that one. No, it's not. Tim Spell has decided to adorn us with his presence today. All right, so let's go back and continue on. So do they make wiring harnesses for the small block Chevy for that car? You have to make it yourself.
Basically, we start out with a universal wiring harness, and then that basically gives us a 12,
everything you need.
It gives us everything we need, and these
with some wires left over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. These cars are relatively simple designs. Yeah. This car doesn't have a radio. This car doesn't have AC.
It's a radio delete.
It's a radio delete.
Is it got a heater delete too?
No, it actually has a heater in it.
Yeah.
We put a heater in this car just for.
Was it 38 special? Is that the heater?
No, this has a vintage air heater under the dash.
Okay.
And so, but it does have the 270 AC in it. 2 windows down, 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And so, it's
Do you have a top for it?
Yes, sir. That car actually has a top. It's a cloth folding top.
So it's more like a convertible.
Did you buy it off the shelf, or did you have it made?
We bought the irons and we had the Hart's canvas put on it. When we first built this car, we bought a top and irons kit from a company called LeBaron Bonney, which has since closed down, but they made at that time restoration kits for upholstery and tops for different brands and models of cars.
What kind of transmission it's got in it?
That's got a Tremec TKO 5-speed.
It's a manual transmission.
Manual transmission.
Why did you decide to go to a manual transmission?
Because hot rods are supposed to have 3 pedals.
Okay, yeah, all right.
There you go. And small block Chevrolets.
That's a fair enough answer. I got it. But I know that they make some really good 3-speed automatics that would be able to take the horsepower. How much horsepower do you think it's got?
That's got a ZZ 430 crate motor from Chevrolet, so it's got 430 horse, 430 torque.
That thing would burn the tires off the back.
It works really well. That car. The last time we weighed the car, it was 2,618 pounds.
God.
And so the power to weight ratio works really well on that car.
About 2 horsepower per pound.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you do this for a living?
I do. Yes, sir.
What's the name of your shop?
Bruce's Rod Shop.
Bruce's Rod Shop.
We're in Spring, Texas. This coming January will be our 44th year for being in business. Dad started the company in '81, and this past June I've been doing it 36 years, working with Dad side by side, and
it was a family event.
Family, yes, sir.
When we first talked to y'all out at Tailpipes and Tacos a couple of 3 years ago, your mom was there. She was driving one.
Exactly. Yeah,
your dad, you, I guess.
It was. We came out to Tailpipes and Tacos out at Loopy Tortillas and the right outside of Katy area.
Right.
And so Mom brought her red roaster out. My wife brought her black roaster out. I brought my coupe out. Dad brought his green roaster out. And
you swamped the place.
Yeah. That's our goal is to bring the show whenever we come. So it's.
Are the rest of the family here?
Bring the show with you.
My son and his wife Giselle, they're watching from the grandstands over here.
Gotcha.
Myself is here, of course, and my dad drove another one of our cars, and so.
And you drove him here.
Was that your dad who I talked to first?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's Bruce, and I'm Bruce Jr. And so, my wife runs the office, and I run herd on the rest of the guys in the shop, and I have my clientele that I work on, and then Dad's retired and living his best life now.
Living the dream.
Living the dream, being able to to come into the shop and only worry about the stuff that he wants to worry about and play with his cars when he wants to play with his cars.
What are you working on right
Good
now
for
in the
him.
shop?
We have a plethora of stuff going on right now. We have a couple of 57 Chevrolets. We have a couple of 32 Fords that we're working on for customers. We have a Jeep project that we're working on. We have a 72
So you don't work
Blazer.
just on 32s.
If it was solely up to me, that's what I would work on.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm passionate about. Our industry runs in cycles, and so it seems.
What cycle is this? Is this the rinse cycle?
The cycle right now is muscle cars and classic trucks. What I've noticed over the years is I've worked on cars for older generation, and then you have my generation, and they have a little bit younger generation.
Talking about my generation.
And so, yeah, of course. And so it seems like the older generation likes the hot rods. The children of that generation likes muscle cars, and the grandchildren of the first generation like what their grandparents were into. So I've had the opportunity to be in it long enough where I've watched the cycles go and come, and so
you're old.
I am. Yeah, I feel.
Because that's what I'm hearing.
He's old.
That's what you tell. I'm looking for some help here. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, now that I know, I'll give you a little.
Are you bringing some cars down there to Gears and Grub show down in Friendswood?
I'll probably.
There's
have to,
the guy right
yeah,
there.
he sent me a flyer. I need to, or he gave me a flyer, so I need to see if.
You need to go.
If it works into my schedule, because you got a couple shows out of town coming up, but yeah, it sounds like fun. We have friends that live down towards Friendswood, and they have their own personal shops in the garages community down there that we've gone to their coffee and cars deals. And so it's
kind of support the area.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, we sure appreciate you stopping by and talking to
Our
us today.
pleasure.
Beautiful car. Thanks for
thank
showing it to us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com, and podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipe means when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the first Lupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katie's another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupe's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana? The Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
Today's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is coming to you live from Woody's Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show at the Topwater Grill down here in San Leon, Texas. Thank you for riding with us today. Time now for the racing calendar, sponsored by Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge.
Yeah, we got IMSA's coming up in October, so we've got a couple more weeks for those folks to be handling their race challenges. Sports cars, yeah, IMSA. So we've got Kansas Speedway Mike dropped stuff. Kansas Speedway is tomorrow for the NASCAR boys, and then you got NHRA, the Midwest Nationals, coming up tomorrow out of St. Louis. Formula One, well, those folks are off until October, middle of October, October 18th.
And I know you're happy.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Okay. Why don't I tell you what we need to do is why don't we just sit here, okay? Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to sit here and look at him. How long should we do this?
I don't know. Michael.
We're waiting on you, brother. Tick-tock. You've spilled your drink. You threw your headset on the ground. Apparently you got other things more important than the car show going on here. Let's hear what kind of excuse he's going to have for
this week in auto history.
Whoa.
See, and he's just not even ready.
No, because I was trying to clean up the spill.
We're trying to clean up your mess over there because you had drinks going all over the place.
Man, I hate it when that happens. So this week in auto history.
Yeah, go for it.
September the 17th, 1901. It was the debut of the Oldsmobile Curved Dash. Now, this may not sound like too big a deal, but it became the first mass-produced car in the U.S. There's a difference between mass-produced and being the one that was done like Henry Ford did on his line. So it became a pivotal event in automotive production history. The gasoline-powered Oldsmobile Model R was built on an assembly line using interchangeable parts, which is what made it different than just what Henry Ford was doing. It was introduced by the Oldsmobile Company in 1901 and produced from 1903, and there was 19,000 overall were built. Then, coming up in September the 21st, 1893 was the first gasoline-powered car in America. Charles and Frank Duryea road-tested the first gasoline-powered car in the U.S. on the streets of Springfield, Massachusetts. That initial drive came to a sudden halt when after just a few hundred feet, their self-engineered transmission failed. Frank made a slight adjustment to design, had the car back up and running, and covered a half mile later in the day. It's regarded as the first time an American-manufactured gasoline-powered car was driven in the country. Then, in September the 23rd, 1969, the Dodge Challenger hit the market. It was the late 1960s. The muscle car craze was sweeping the United States. Dodge tossed a new Challenger in the ring. The Dodge Challenger, which made a market debut on September 23rd, 1969, was the 1970 model, was a direct response to the competition from the other automakers such as Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro. It was muscular, aggressive-looking, had lots of choices in engines from a straight six to a big block 440 and even a 426 Hemi. 1969, September the 23rd, the Triumph Spitfire Mark IV launched. Now, this was important because this was a British manufactured Triumph launched the Mark IV Spitfire, became an iconic model in the sports car world. The Mark IV featured a redesigned rear similar to the Triumph Stag and the Triumph 2000 models. Front end was revised with a new bonnet, and so that the top of the wings, the door.
Have you read for a while, or is this a?
Yes, I'm thinking about something else, unfortunately. So the hood was welded down the top so that the hood opened like with the wings on it. The door handles were recessed, and the convertible top got squared off corners. Anyway, this had a
take that drink away from him.
Width dashboard. The instrumentation was ahead of the driver instead of on the center of the dash, as had previously been done. And it had a lot of black plastic that we talked about earlier. In 1973, it was finished in wood. Had a 79.1 cubic inch engine throughout the entire production run.
Beautiful.
And that was the events this week in automotive history that stood out.
All right.
Whew. Yeah, buddy.
It was tough. Here's one for you, Mars. This is right up your alley. The Chrysler Voyager minivan. Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, it's returning to the retail lineup for the 2025 model year after several years as a fleet-only option. The Voyager will serve as the entry point to the brand's minivan lineup that includes the gasoline-powered Pacifica and the Pacifica plug-in hybrid. The Voyager starts at $41,690. So why are they building it if it's going to cost that much? I don't understand.
Fleet sales.
No, they're going to start selling it again to the public.
Oh, to the public.
But it starts at $41,690 with shipping, $350 more than the base 2024 Pacifica. That makes no sense to me.
No, it had to be really nice to beat out
the Voyager nameplate has roots dating back 40 years. Plymouth Voyager, one of two minivans, along with the Dodge Caravan, launched in 1984. I'm sorry. I don't even know why I brought that story. Forget it.
Neither we.
I don't know why. Stupid. Nissan won the first round in its long brewing boat battle with former chairman Carlos, I call him Ghosn, I think it's pronounced Ghosn, Moan, about who rightfully owns the indicted fugitive super yacht, with a court ruling Ghosn illicitly siphoned millions from the car maker to buy the 121-foot pleasure cruiser. Have you ever seen it? Oh, my God. It's unbelievable. Ghosn was ordered to give up the vessel to Nissan Motor Company while he and his wife and a company they created as a vehicle to purchase the yacht were ordered to pay $32 million in damages, according to the ruling by the British Virgin Islands High Court. The custom line Navetta 37 yacht, built by the Italian boat maker Ferretti, was christened Sachu.
God bless you.
Japanese for the boss. The boat builder's company catalog listed the model as having 7 bathrooms, 5 main cabins, and 4 cabins for the crew. The yacht became a symbol of the alleged self-serving excesses at the crux of misconduct accusations against Ghosn, who was arrested in 2018 at the height of his power as chairman of the Renault Nissan Mitsubishi Alliance, then the world's biggest automotive group. Way to go, Ghosn.
There you go, buddy.
Moron.
My property is 105 foot deep. That boat's longer than
your property.
Yeah.
How many bathrooms
I
do you
get tired
have?
of walking from the front to the back of the yard.
How many bathrooms do you have on your property?
Is this a math test today?
No, I'm just imagining how big this stupid boat is.
It's right out there.
Political uncertainty in the U.S. and Canada creating concern for the auto industry as the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement approaches its scheduled review in 2026. Under the terms of the trade pact, which it dictates how vehicles and parts can move across borders without tariffs, the 3 countries must confirm in writing by July 1st, 2026, whether they want to continue the deal. Okay. United States, Canada, Mexico. There's that. That's upcoming. More to worry about. Let's not forget about the dock strike that's impending.
Yeah.
It's going to affect everybody in everything if they shut down the dock workers all the way from New England, all the way down the eastern seaboard, right over here to the Gulf of Mexico and down to Mexico. Okay.
See, now you need that big yacht.
Apparently so. We can all get on it and disappear. And Toyota Motor Chairman Akio Toyoda confirmed September 26th that the company will not renew its 10-year contract as a top sponsor for the Olympics and Paralympics following the Paris Games. International Olympic Committee saw revenues of $2.295 billion from its top sponsors for the period 2017 to 21, the second biggest source of income for the Olympic movement, with broadcasters paying $4.544 billion over the same period of time. No wonder our business is going broke. Just saying.
Just a couple of
We'd love to hear from you. Just shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. Time now for a quick break. You're on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The In Wheel Time Fall Tour begins Saturday, September 28th at Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show. There'll be awards for Best Truck, Rat Rod, Import, Paint, Engine, Interior, and Best of Show. It happens at the Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas, where the backdrop of Galveston Bay will be one for your car scrapbook. Registration is $30 per car on site. Visitors are free 8 to 4, Saturday, September 28th. It's Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show at Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas. The In Wheel Time Fall Remote Tour continues Saturday, October 12th from 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival, hosted by the Space City Corvette Club. See up to 300 cars under the trees in beautiful Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Competitors register online. Proceeds benefit Texas Equisearch. Showgoers are free and will see all makes and models of the finest rides at this judged event. It's Saturday, October 12th, 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival in Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Sponsored by Emmons Autoplex on FM 528 near the Gulf Freeway in Webster.
From Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, we talk to more participants in today's event. Mars reviews the new Kia Telluride, and Jeff has his popular weekly feature. And we're going to talk about the locals on this one. Just ahead on this segment of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, howdy along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Chief Engineer David Ainsley has finally decided to join us.
Yeah.
Thank you, God.
So how much was bail?
I'm Don Armstrong. Are you talking to me?
No, that's
no,
how much
you were
bail,
talking
how
to
much
me.
bail was.
No, I'm sorry. That's Jeff Heitzman you're talking.
No, I'm talking about
Ainsley?
Yeah, we haven't seen him.
Yeah, I was wondering how much bail he had to pay to get out here.
A lot.
A lot.
We paid it. We just don't know it yet.
Yeah, we had to get him out.
All right, Mr. Mars, who's our guest?
Joining us now, if I can find my notes, is Greg Grimes. Now, he has this very interesting 1974 Manx, is that the right way?
Myers Manx.
Myers Manx.
No, Myers-Manx made that?
SR2. Now, this is one of the only 89 left that we know of, right?
Oh,
Correct.
my God.
And it is a very unique, and it's got a cool story to go with it.
All right, well, let's hear it.
Yeah, we met a gentleman named Gerald Burton in Beaumont, and he had this sitting in his warehouse for 7 years. And, of course, they can't see it on the radio, but that's what it looked like when we found it.
It was a mess.
Oh, yeah, stuff piled all over it.
And
In the
no
warehouse.
motor, no transmission, no wiring harness. And that is the end result after 4 years of love on it.
Man.
The Bruce Myers built these in mid-'70s. He went bankrupt, and he sold the molds to Karma Coachworks. And then this is one of two noted by Minnie Myers that uses the molds and parts from both companies.
And when you say both companies?
Myers Manx and Karma Coachworks.
Oh, okay. Which is why it looks different than the it's kind of got the same features as the Dune Buggy that Myers made, but it's absolutely different.
Yeah, with the doors up, if you take the doors off, it'll look like a Dune Buggy, like that teal one down there belongs to Bruce Carlisle. That's an actual Myers Manx Dune Buggy.
Yeah, but the front end.
Tilt front end.
Does that back?
No, the back does not come off. There's a tonneau cover that goes on top. And they made windows for it, but we have the windows but not the brackets to mount the windows to the doors.
We don't need those thick windows.
And I'm running a 1835 high-performance motor in it, so it scoots pretty good.
Well, I heard it come in, and when you were coming in down the deal there to park it, and I saw the tires and stuff, I said, yeah, he's not running stock.
Is it on a VW chassis?
It's on a shortened VW chassis.
Just like the Dune
Just
Buggy?
like a Dune Buggy, shortened 14 inches. So
Where do you shorten it? In the middle?
Right behind the shifter.
Okay. Kind of in the middle.
Just in front of the rear axle
Yeah,
assembly.
you shorten the shifting tube and everything. Just
Yes, sir.
That whole thing in there.
And so the motor that you're talking about, that is a Volkswagen motor.
Yes, sir.
So it's a flat 4.
Flat 4.
Air-cooled.
Air-cooled. It's running a...
Hell, I know more about it than anybody, except you. No, I mean, I'm a
flat.
Dune Buggy fan.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was the thing back in my era. Of course, I'm older than most, but whatever the
Older
case
than
may
all.
be. Shut up. Huge fan, and what a brilliant idea he had, and he designed a body to fit on the thing and shorten the chassis, keeping basically the same motor. And I remember that the original ones, I think, really all he did really was put headers on it, didn't he?
On the original one, he did carburation work and headers.
No, I know, but the only thing that you could really see
Was the
were the
pipes,
headers.
yes.
Yeah. And everybody thought that everything about it was so cool. As a matter of fact, all of my Volkswagen friends back in my day, they all tried to mimic the headers coming straight out of the back, so they cut up the back of their bugs to make it work. Because that was the only way you could do it.
Yeah, they called them stingers when they stuck up like that.
Now, this has got dual open pipes on it.
Okay.
And like I said, it's running dual Solex carburetors, a 120 cam HP high flow heads. So we just rebuilt the motor, so I really hadn't gotten on it that much to find out exactly what it will do.
Well, the motors are pretty simple. I mean, Volkswagen did a phenomenal job. I mean, they made them since before World War II, and really didn't change much until they went to water-cooled engines. But, I mean, basically, the engine stayed basically the same.
Yeah, we had a problem with this motor, and we took it out on a Tuesday night, rebuilt it Wednesday, had it back in the car Wednesday night, tuned it Thursday night and Friday night after work, and drove it to our Bay Area Volkswagen car show that Saturday morning after rebuilding the engine on Wednesday.
Open pipes, no doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. That's what we do. Did you wake up the neighbors?
I kind of do, but I always apologize to my neighbors ahead of time.
I just got to say, never apologize ahead of time. It's always better to say, oh, did I do that? I am so sorry. I forgot those darn mufflers again. What am I going to do? Huh?
My neighbors, they're really good neighbors. I mean, they've helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
I just had
They put up with you is what they've done.
Yeah, I had knee surgery not too long ago, and he's been coming over and helping me a lot. So.
Yeah. But you didn't have any problem driving it here.
No.
How's the clutch knee?
That's the one I had surgery on.
You know, it's funny how that works, isn't it? Yeah, all of us that drive a stick shift, that left knee cap just doesn't quite work the way it used to.
That's true, but the clutch is really easy on this.
Oh, yeah, it's a Volkswagen.
Get in it and drive it down the street if you want.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I've driven a Bug before. The shifter is like butter. It is. I mean, everything about it is so easy.
This one shifts real good, and the gas pedal is very sensitive.
So I guess you don't have water temperature gauge in there, do you?
No.
You got a head temperature gauge?
You got a head temperature gauge, oil pressure, oil temperature.
Do you know if the fan's running?
Well, there's only one fan on it, so yes, it's got to be running.
Yeah.
If the alternator's spinning, the fan better be turning.
You hope.
In other words, it'll be overheating real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I got all the tins on there.
So let me ask you, does everybody and their mother go, what is that?
Basically, yes.
Yeah, because you can't take it anywhere. When I saw you pull in, I thought, what the hell was that? I had no clue. Because I think that this is the only one I've ever seen.
Well, supposedly it's the only one in Texas.
Oh, here you go bragging again.
And it was over in Beaumont. You don't get over that way in my part of the
hell
world very
no.
often.
No. That's in his neck of the woods. We don't go there.
Yeah, so we was at the Gator Fest show.
Yeah, there you go.
And then we're doing the
Now, do you live over there?
No, I live in Pasadena.
That's Get down, Dina, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sure to respect my elders. I'm sorry.
Thank you. That's right. That's right. And you know, with age is knowledge. So.
Well, I just turned 65, so.
Kids, yeah.
Today.
You kids.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Well, take them out to Top Water for lunch. Get them a salad. You'll be fine.
But we're in our club. We have 5 oddball cars.
Got what? 5 what?
Oddball cars.
Oddballs. Is that the name of the car club?
No, it's Bay Area Volkswagen.
I think we've talked to them before on the show.
David Saucier, yes.
Yes.
He's our president. She's the vice president.
Howdy. So now we got the person in charge here.
Yes.
You don't take minutes at your meetings, do you? No. Thank you, God. No. There's no. We don't do minutes.
No obla minutes.
She grew up in a middle class family.
No guy that was in any kind of car group ever took minutes of anything, ever.
You got that.
And I will never forget my first car club meeting way back in the dark ages. Well, our minute taker today is. I'm going. What? Taking minutes at a car club meeting? Why?
Yeah, they were going by how much grain the horses were eating while they were installing during the meeting.
There's that. Shut up.
I thought it was the hammer and chisel and the stone.
Well, that's why it took them so long.
That's right. My first name is Fred. Yeah.
And you got the car with the open floorboards.
Absolutely. My 2 feet. That's the power plant.
Oh, wait a couple years till you see our other ones up here.
Okay. Are they all here?
No, we only got one up here.
Okay.
But the other two are just as odd as this one.
Well,
Really?
can you fill me in on the oddity?
A teaser.
1969 Bremen Mini Mark II.
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
Heard of Mini
We've
Mart.
seen
Something.
Mark,
It's,
And a
it's a great
1977 Sterling SLG 35.
I've heard of Sterling's. The question that I have for you, sir, is do you have any Carmen Gias?
I have a 74 Carmen Ghia.
Do you have any of the campers?
No, I have a 74 Acapulco Thing.
You got a thing?
car. I got
I
it.
have a
It
Thing.
hasn't rusted away to nothing yet?
It's there now. That's why I'm restoring it.
It's rusted
It's
away.
working on it.
Yeah.
It's found behind a garage underneath a pine tree.
Is there a thing down there?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, I thought I saw one. They're so rare, and matter
now-
of fact, my girls went, "Dad, what in the world is that?" I said, "It's a thing." A what? A thing. Where's the thing?
Yeah, what is
that?
the thing?
Is the thing.
Well, Acapulco, they only made 400 of them.
How did you become a VW fanatic? That thing. That thing. The thing that's not a thing.
Well, no, the Bremen was a thing base, is a Volkswagen based car. All of our cars are Volkswagen based. We got the Bremen.
And you didn't even get the accent.
No, I had a Fiat,
I don't think that counts.
Yeah.
but it was a Autobianchi B&Q and a transformable,
Oh God.
which you could probably park it on this table. It's that small.
Great. And you're not a small guy. Could you fit in it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. One of those monster kind of things.
Yeah, if you saw a picture of it while I'm driving it,
You're looking
you
at
see this much over the windshield.
Gotcha. Well, I will tell you that you've done a fine job there. What kind of wheels are those?
Centerline wheels, front and back.
Why did you choose those?
They were on the car when I bought it.
Oh, really? They look brand new. Of course,
Yeah,
you
they do.
polished them all up.
Of course, you have to polish them.
Yeah. Okay. 'Cause
The,
I assume that they don't make those center lines anymore?
they still do.
They do.
It's hard to find them. Those are 5-bolt Chevy pattern.
So you got the adapters.
I got
for
the
the
adapters
Volkswagens.
on there. I just put front disc brakes on the car a couple weeks ago.
Because originally it was all drums all around.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And the 4-bolt drums.
So what's underneath the tilt hood?
The gas tank.
Okay, just like in a
It's got a
VW.
10-gallon
So
gas tank and
where's
storage for my 2 chairs.
Where's the filler? Is it underneath
Yeah, you got
the
to lift
lid?
the hood. Got to lift the hood up.
Lift the hood and the filler's up underneath it.
Oh, okay.
Had to get a modified gas tank to make it fit underneath the low deck height of the space that's in there.
Did it originally come with that?
The original gas tank was modified. It was up in the top left-hand corner, passenger side. In the
Almost like under the dash.
Yeah.
Chin, I know they have them.
not yet. We would love to go, but as of yet, they have little. Every once in a while, they travel to different states,
Yeah.
and they had one in Texas here a couple years ago, but we was not able to make it.
Okay. Well, hopefully next time you can.
Hopefully, I can.
Well, it's a
that was
pleasure to
fun.
talk to you.
I
Great
appreciate
car.
it.
We enjoyed learning about it, and
Thank
thank you very much for coming by.
Thank
Good luck
you.
today in the competition.
Thank you very much. Y'all
Thank
have a
you.
great day.
You do the same.
Bye.
Hey, the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. And a new daily podcast is available from your favorite podcast provider. We also video stream our live 3-hour, 2-hour, 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Well, I say that because we've cut it back to 2 hours, but thank you, God. That was a brilliant idea. Thank you, Mars, for letting me do that. 2 hours, 10 to noon is our typical live show. But when we do these remotes, we feel that we've got plenty of support here from the people that ask us to come down, and we'd just like to give it a 3-hour shot. So there you have it.
There you have it.
The NWL Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipe means when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the first Lupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katie's another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupe's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana, the Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
Today's NWL Time Car Talk Show is coming to you live from Woody's Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show at the Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas. If you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@nwheeltime.com. Time now for Jeff's feature.
Yeah, you just said it, San Leon. Well, is it really San Leon? Let's talk about that.
Well, it's spelled that way.
San Leon has a rich and varied history, and here's some highlights. This area was first settled by Amos Edwards and his family in 1928 after a Mexican government opened up the Texas tidelands to Anglo colonization. Anglo colonization.
Angelo
and Anglo.
Angelo and Anglo.
During the 19th century, a pirate named Jean Lafitte, not Jean Lafitte, Jean Lafitte, established a stronghold at Eagle Point in modern San Leon. This area became an important shipping and trading post down. In 1837, William Gaines, Monroe Edwards, they all plotted a town site here called San Leon, invited investors to develop the town. It's an agricultural hub. In the 20th century, San Leon became known for its fig and citrus orchards, all that. However, the Great Depression and freezing temperatures significantly impacted the production. In the modern era, a Houston businessman named Joe Eagle purchased the ghost town of North Galveston and renamed it San Leon. He initiated several developments, including renovation of the hotel and construction of a drawbridge and school. Some of the points. The historic site was once a stronghold for the pirate, as we talked about, popular spot for fishing and scenic views of Galveston Bay. So, making a long story short here, he was a pirate, he was an entrepreneur, and Jean and his brother...
Dick.
No. His brother is in here somewhere. And he's got a brother, and he's got a sister named Stinky Lafitte.
And he went by the nickname of Smelly.
Smelly. Pierre Lafitte is his brother's name. It was on the other page. So, and they had a profitable smuggling area around here, and that's where we're at. We're in San Leon.
We're smuggling booze down here.
Smuggling something. There you go. Happy smuggling, you pirates.
Arr, matey.
Arr.
You know, this is like herding cats today.
I don't know if I can follow
Mars,
Stinky
you know,
Lafitte.
every time that's your time to talk, all I can say is, here you are, out here in the back doing something.
Every time it's his turn, he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
I'm here. I'm ready.
But it's not your turn.
Oh.
It is now.
Well, I'll be back.
All right.
Time now for this hour's car review. Mr. Mars drove the 2024 Kia Telluride, and they're sorry.
Now, let me tell you this. This is the Kia Telluride SX Prestige X Pro V6 all-wheel drive. That's the official title.
And that's all the time you got.
So there's actually 5 trim levels, an LX, an S, an EX, an SX, and the SX Prestige.
That's too much.
But there are X-Line and Pro-Line versions, which adds three more trim levels. So it's there's a lot of choices here. We were driving the SX, again, the Prestige, which is the top of the line with the all-wheel drive, which on the Prestige trim level, that's a standard feature. It's got gloss black trim across it, LED projection headlights, got distinctive X-Pro grille that's different from the other Tellurides. Got X-Pro roof rails, which means they're a little bit higher. So the crossbars, you can put a little more stuff up there. There's a little more clearance. Got power folding, heated outside mirrors. Got a power lift gate. Dual sunroofs. Not moon roofs, but sunroofs. Had the X-Pro, specific to the X-Pro trim level, 18-inch black alloy wheels. So we got a lot of black trim on the exterior of this vehicle.
Black trim.
Now we go to the interior. We're looking at Napa leather seating. The front seats are heated and ventilated. The second row captain's chairs on this particular vehicle are also heated and ventilated. Got some dual 12.3-inch displays. Got a heads-up display to go along with that. So this driver got plenty of information on convenience controls, what the car is doing, what the highway's doing, all kinds of stuff. Now for tech, it's got, in addition to these, it's got a wireless phone charger. It's got a digital rear view mirror. It's got a surround view monitor. It's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So it's got lots.
You were talking about monitors. I think we saw an ankle monitor go by a minute ago. Just saying.
Oh, I missed it.
Well, I'm going to go try to find it.
It wasn't mine, was it? No. So it also had the Harman Kardon Premium Auto, which is a really nice setup. And the thing I liked about it, with all this tech, it had easy-to-reach controls. You could reach it easily from where I was sitting, and it was easy to find. And I really liked that part of it. Now, up under the hood, we had a 3.8-liter V6, 291 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque with an 8-speed automatic. This is not a race car, but this is a nice, got plenty of power for the family vehicle that it is. It will tow 5,500 pounds. As we were driving it, 5,000 pounds is on the standard vehicle, so we picked up a little extra with the package we had. EPA says you should get 18 in the city, you should get 24 on the highway, and 20 combined. Now, I actually got the 18 combined across the week that I had it. So we had a little bit more driving in town, but it was I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was great, actually, for the size of the vehicle I was driving. It does have a firm ride due to the X-Pro off-road suspension that we had. The tuning on it's a little bit different, but it also firms it up a little bit more for cornering. It doesn't. It's not quite as soft going in the cornering. Again, this is not a race car by any means, but it does also have a very quiet cabin space. You know, there's not a lot of road noise, a lot of tire noise, and so it makes the audio sound really cool. Now, this vehicle, the base model price on this vehicle is $37,355. Base trim price, again, top line, $53,185. A couple of little options and delivery charges, $55,540 is the MSRP.
Wow.
And it does have the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on it. Now, if you're looking for something to compare it to, a Honda Pilot, $37,090 is the starting point on it. A Hyundai Palisade, $36,650 for the starting point. Again, these are baseline numbers. Mazda CX-90 starts at $37,845 for the base trim. So they're all right there in that trim level.
In that sweet spot.
Depending on what kind of features you want and what your expectation is in regard to it. But if you're looking for that particular level of vehicle in that segment, then you absolutely should look at this as one of your considerations, particularly considering the warranty that comes along with it.
Yeah, that's a plus.
That isn't the only thing you should be looking at today.
Well, I was trying to look, but I couldn't see where your ankle monitor went. But
well, you I can't.
All right. So, Jeff, how are you?
I'm good, sir. Good.
So, all right.
Did you want me to do something?
No, I did not want you to do anything. I did my car
you
review.
You want me to shut up and move on?
Well, we're
Yes.
coming up on a break here in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, whatever.
AJ's there. We can slip AJ in here.
Well,
We can
here,
do
let
first.
me do this story because may be fitting.
Yeah.
Lower income households had the largest increase in monthly.
Maybe not. What? Take his bottle of water away from him.
Yeah. Let's go to break.
I can only do so much editing, guys.
Let's go to break.
No, you're not going to do any editing. No, this is all going to stay in there
You
because
bet your ass
I
it
want
is.
to I want to play it back and I want to enjoy this all over
Yeah,
again
you're going to. You're going to get the
from the
donkey out of
very top of the show because it's been a disaster from the very get-go.
We've had videos mixed up, all kinds of stuff.
It's
going on.
great. Nowhere else.
Do you
is
have a
somebody gonna
tissue
get
for my
this.
tears? I'm laughing.
Crocodile tears.
Yeah, that's it. I was going to start this story, and I think that let's see, I'm going to do it.
Watch the
Lower
clock,
income
Jeff.
households had the largest increase in monthly auto loan payments after years of high car prices and interest rates, according to a new report from the Bank of America Institute. New and used car prices rose significantly in 2021 and 2022, and the average 60-month auto loan interest rate has increased since early 2022. Both have begun to normalize, but customers who purchased vehicles during the height of inventory shortages are still feeling the strain. Lower-income households seem to be feeling the strain the most. In 2019, 63% of those car owners paid less than $500 a month for their car. But since then, the group's median auto loan payment increased by 34%.
Wow.
In the first 8 months of 2024, roughly 60% of lower-income households paid more than $500 a month. So, there's that.
Oh, boy.
All right. Now that I've
Better
regained
sit
my
down here
composure. I've got-
before we go too far.
What is it?
I told him you better sit down here before we get too far carried away.
Today's In Real Time Car Talk Show is sponsored by the group of original Loopy Tortilla restaurants in Houston, Beaumont, and College Station, Gulf Coast Auto Shield, and Pro-Am Auto Accessories. We think we'll continue if we're not taken off the air right after this break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The In Real Time Fall Tour begins Saturday, September 28th at Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show. There'll be awards for Best Truck, Rat Rod, Import, Paint, Engine, Interior, and Best of Show. It happens at the Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas, where the backdrop of Galveston Bay will be one for your car scrapbook. Registration is $30 per car on site. Visitors are free 8 to 4, Saturday, September 28th. It's Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show at Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas. The In Real Time Fall Remote Tour continues Saturday, October 12th from 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival, hosted by the Space City Corvette Club. See up to 300 cars under the trees in beautiful Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Competitors register online. Proceeds benefit Texas Equisearch. Showgoers are free and will see all makes and models of the finest rides at this judged event. It's Saturday, October 12th, 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival in Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Sponsored by Emmons Autoplex on FM 528 near the Gulf Freeway in Webster.
From Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show, it's the In Real Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, another big shot at today's event. That'd be you, AJ. I said big shot.
But he's not wearing a monitor.
No, he's not right now. Jeff has the cruise-in calendar and the events calendar, and we'll have the stories making automotive news headlines. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. Yay. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Our chief engineer and freak show is David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. No, I'm not. But glad you could
Don't
join
be.
us at any rate. Have we seen them walk by yet?
No.
Okay, still.
I'm looking.
All right, please do.
Mike's on patrol.
In the studio with us, the remote studio, we have from the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival, the man, the myth, the legend, the
president.
Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Space City Corvette Club, and today's not wearing those cutoff shorts like he usually does. Ladies and gentlemen, it's AJ Loop.
Man, you are on fire this morning.
Fire water.
Somebody's trying to put it out, and I'm trying to let them because
Is that coming from those funny little drinks y'all have right here on the
well,
front? Or is that from
probably
the water?
part of it. No,
Yeah. Oh.
Matter of fact, I'm trying to work on Jeff's half drink.
Right.
That he said I can't drink anymore.
Yeah.
So I'll swallow this down while you're talking. Okay.
Okay.
I came to your show last year for the first time.
That's correct.
And
You sure did.
And when we'd had these conversations before, you said, Don, you really need to come down there and check it out. I think you'll really like it. How many times have I heard that? I'm a car guy. We go to car shows all the time. You go to car shows. We all go to car shows. But I will tell you, that car show really impressed me.
Well, thank you.
And granted, the cars are great. I love that. But, dude, the venue.
I think
don't
that's
know.
that's what does it.
I agree. I mean, it is probably one of the best venues ever. A beautiful park that's roomy enough to put a bunch of cars underneath those beautiful oak trees down there. Gazebo, and I keep thinking of Mayberry RFD.
Huh.
And it's just a great setting and a great community. Love Friendswood. Everybody loves Friendswood. And at any rate, we're looking forward to your show. How many shows does this make?
This will make
12th annual?
12th annual, which is hard to believe if it doesn't seem like it's been that long, but time flies when you're having fun.
You've been doing it since the beginning?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Since the very beginning, put the first one on.
With the Corvette Club?
With the Corvette Club, and it was kind of unique because we always did our spring car show was always Corvettes only. And I noticed that our fall car show 12 years ago was kind of like a redheaded stepchild. It just wasn't really. So I convinced them that let's do an open class car show.
Yeah.
And that's when the Good Grub and Gears came about, and we've been doing it ever since. And it benefits Mr. Miller with Texas Equisearch. And last year we had 253 cars when you came out there. And we also raised $100,000 for Tim Miller, Texas Equisearch. What a great!
I hope he's going to be there. I want to meet him.
He should be there. He's usually there in the morning times for a couple hours, and then he kind of just slips away.
Yeah.
But I will make sure that we have him out there.
Yeah, we would love to talk to him. By the way.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a
star.
He's a living legend.
Yeah, he
Mr.
is.
Miller.
He started the search group back after his daughter died, and he's been after it ever since. And
40 years.
Yeah,
and
it's
that
hard
was
to believe.
A couple weeks
years.
ago. 40 years. I think it was last month. It was 40 years.
Yeah,
which is hard to believe too.
Well, at any rate, let's talk about the cars.
Sure.
Sponsored by Bayway Chevrolet. We're going to be there, and thank you for inviting us to come down there.
Oh, absolutely.
We appreciate that.
Tickled to death to have you guys. It's going to be a blast. Y'all going to enjoy it.
Who's Texas Splish Splash?
Texas Splish Splash is a car wash detail place there on NASA Road 1. It's next to Mamacita's. They have a second location that's in Pearland. And Jim Everly, the owner, has always been a sponsor for.
He's one of the Everly brothers?
Well, he's not one of the Everly brothers. Eberly.
Oh, Eberly.
Eberly.
Well, it depends on how many cocktails you've had.
That's exactly right. Apparently, I need to have some of that down here.
Here you go.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm good.
I don't have any disease or anything.
No,
okay.
I'm good.
You all right?
No, but so he's been a long-time sponsor. Let's see, Bayway Chevrolet, Excessive Racing, Creative Custom Classics, Tent World, Milwaukee Tools will be out there. I'm trying to think who are some of our other bigger
We'll
sponsors.
be out there.
Y'all are going to be out there. That's going to be the main attraction, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's right.
Either that or everybody's going to go, why did you invite them?
I know, right?
We could have had nice music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to, I was talking to Mike earlier. We're going to have y'all in the pavilion, which is going to be far away from the music, so I think it's going to be a great setup.
Oh, good.
You'll like it. I'll walk it with Mike Pryor.
We're going to like it or not.
No, you're going to love it.
Okay.
It's going to be great.
Appreciate it. All right, let's talk about the cars. What do you typically get down there? Obvious, you're going to get some Corvettes. A lot of Corvettes?
We are going to get Corvettes, but I hate to say it, but I want to see anything but a Corvette that day.
Yeah.
I want to see the Camaros, the Mustangs, the Cadillacs, the Lincolns, the Pontiacs.
We
trucks,
love American
Jeeps.
made.
Yep, absolutely.
We love American made, but if everybody's invited,
Oh, yeah, we have
then we could have something like this here at JDM.
Yeah, we have an import class. We have 46 judge classes. So we've got imports. We've got
46
judge classes. So
I hope you got a bevy full of judges.
we do.
And
they'll
who
be
are the
visiting.
judges?
They're local guys, and some of the guys from the Friendswood Spring Car Show help, and then some of our club members help, and then we have some outside, long-time just car guys that are going to be there to help.
I'll never forget the first time that I was asked to judge a show. I had no clue what I was doing.
Yeah.
Do you have classes for the judges that don't know what they're doing?
We have a judges meeting, and the guys that they've been doing it for a long time,
Yeah.
so they know what to look for.
Yeah.
And it's largely in part based on cleanliness. You know, if you come out with two cars that are identical and one of them's dirty and the other one's not, well, guess which one's going to win?
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
It's funny because back in the day when I started doing all this stuff a long time ago, there was no real classes for a judge.
Right.
You knew somebody at the show that happened once a year, and it all kind of lined up. You knew what you were looking for. There was a certain segment of cars that showed up. But when you have an open car show like this,
Right.
it's all different kinds and classes, and you have to have just a general knowledge of what you're looking for. Are the gaps the same? Are the gaps close? What's the paint like? What's the attention to detail? How do the door jambs look? What's under the hood? How does the engine presentation look?
That's correct.
Are the hood springs clean? It's stupid stuff like that that divides a good car from a not-so-good car.
Right. That's
And
exactly right.
as long as you're aware of things like that, for the most part, unless you get to some high-end Pebble Beach thing,
Right.
then you're gonna make it do.
Oh, yeah.
And some of these guys that are really high-end, that's what they do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
And I give them credit. I mean, what a great job that would be.
Right.
But-
I would be scared to death to drive those kind of cars.
Yeah,
though.
well,
I mean,
there's that. Yes, all of those usually are trailered in.
Yep. That's
But
true.
yeah,
And we do have some of those. That
Yeah,
come in
and listen, I have a respect for that because at one time I had a car that I trailered, and I swore I'd never do that again.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a car. I've got a 72 Pontiac Le Mans Sport GT convertible. It'll be out there.
Is that a trailer car?
It's not a trailer car, but it is, if that makes sense. I don't
Yes.
trailer it, but I drive it. But I just drive it local. And I think the last time I drove it was for this car show, and I didn't even take it.
And you don't,
I didn't even drive it in.
and you don't drive it on rainy days.
No, sir. Not
What
at
an
all.
absolute nightmare it is to clean up after you've driven it on a rainy street.
It's hard to keep them clean without getting them on the road when
That's right.
they've been rained
Yeah,
on. So
yeah.
for sure, yeah, that's it's just a lot of work.
You thinking of something else right now?
What's that?
Are you thinking of something else right now?
Well, no, I was just thinking that
You were thinking.
Yeah, which is a problem sometimes. If y'all smell something, that's what it is. Yeah. But if you wanted more information on the car show, you can go to secc.info and you can register your car, and you can also make a cash donation. And like last year, Space City Corvette Club is matching all cash donations up to $20,000.
Did he change the subject? He changed the subject, didn't he?
And we also have it on our website.
Are you?
Yes,
are
y'all
you?
have been-
I think
y'all
Mars
have
is
been-
talking over here, David.
I think it's off again.
Yeah.
It needs to be.
I was going to say that the information, you can't register on our website, but it will take you to your website.
Okay.
We have information on there.
Thank you.
If you
We've
have
done
to go
all
there
sorts
first.
of magic for you.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
All goes to a good cause. You
Now,
know,
is it pre-registration?
Yes, sir. Pre-registration, and we prefer that because the day of, it helps the ladies at the registration
So
table.
much going on the day of.
Oh, it is. It's insane. From the time that thing gets started to the time it ends, and I always tell people I'm not only the president, but I'm the car show director. So when the car show is over and the awards are done and people are driving off, my job's not done.
And you volunteered to do this?
Well, it's
Have you lost your mind?
Well, you know,
A
you
long
would think
time
you would
ago.
think a long time ago I did, and it really kind of got into it by mistake. Our former
It's funny
president.
how that works.
It really is. He said they needed help, and I'm in the general meeting, and I'm like looking around, and nobody's like raising their hand. So like I was in class, and I raised my hand. I'm like, see me after the meeting. What do you need? And he tells me what he needs. So I just went down the litany. I'm like, okay, I can take care of that. I can do that. I can do that.
all of that's yours.
Yeah. So then next thing I know, they give me this appreciation plaque at the membership meeting, and I was touched by that. So
In
I'm
the
like, you know
head,
what? I think these guys need some help. So that's when I kind of jumped in, but I didn't just jump in a little bit. I jumped in head first. And that first car show for Good Grub and Gears, we raised $18,000 for St. Jude's, and we had 143 cars. So it broke all of our previous records, and then it's just continued to grow from there.
You did such a good job. We're going to reward you by letting you keep doing it.
Yeah, we're going to keep letting you do it for free. So twice nothing is still nothing, right?
Yeah.
But it's the platform I use to give back, because I think we're better served when we serve others.
And I know that you appreciate the fact that you wouldn't have guys come back and want to be in the show again if you didn't do it right.
Exactly.
Because you know how it works.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a bad show and things don't go, you don't have to win, but just do it the right way.
Right.
If you do it the right way and you don't win, I got appreciation for that. But if you do it the
fun.
if you do it the wrong way, and it just is bad.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I saw Tim Spell here. Do you know Tim Spell?
I can't say that I
Tim
do.
Spell is a
Ford convertible.
fabulous writer. Automotive writer.
Oh.
Used to be with the Texas Auto Writers Association, where Mike and I met him. He used to write for the Houston Post. And so every time that there was a Houston Auto Show, he would write the insert in the Sunday paper, the whole thing, which is probably 15, 20 pages worth.
Wow.
He would write the whole thing. Very talented guy. He lives down here. And somewhere, as he hasn't gone home to take a nap, he's wandering around here. Great guy. You need to get to know him.
Do you need an ankle monitor?
He probably
Is there
does.
one for sale?
There's one behind you.
No, they're giving them out free.
Yeah.
They're free monitors.
I'm bad. I'm bad.
You're good.
David's got it. David's always got us covered.
Yeah.
Thank God for David.
Okay.
So I look forward to having you guys out there next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you say that now. This show's not over with yet.
Yeah. Well,
Have we created a little bit of doubt in your mind?
no.
Nah, come on, just a little bit.
A lot.
A lot.
No.
We created a lot of doubt in his
No,
mind.
worst case scenario, we're going to have fun. It's
Are
gonna be-
there some guys down there that we know? Hopefully, some cars that we haven't seen yet.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be some cars out there you haven't seen. You know, when you talked about Corvettes, we'll have the 53, which is production number 32. It'll be there. We'll have the first V8 Corvette.
Is it white?
It's white.
Yeah.
They were all white. The
I
first
know.
300,
That's
all
why I'm
white.
asking.
Yep. Yes, sir. And then we'll have the first V8 Corvette, which is a it's
55.
It's Harvest Gold. Looks like
I've
a pale
seen it.
yellow with the
Yeah,
green.
yeah.
And I
You
actually
showed
got
it
to
down
drive
there
that
at
car.
the Galveston.
Oh, yeah, there's pictures. That's one of the pictures we put up on ours.
Right. I actually got to drive that car 3 weeks ago to a gala, and I was like holding my breath, praying to God that
Nobody
was gonna
hits it.
Yes, I'm like, don't even sneeze, look this way.
Yeah. Right.
But when we got to the event, I know the owner real well, and he doesn't mind people like taking pictures. So all the ladies were in these, evening gowns, taking pictures with the car. And it was priceless. We had a new one and the 55, and everybody went over to the 55.
Absolutely.
like the new one.
Yeah, you can see the new one anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I'm hoping he's going to be there. It's a 67 Tornado. Y'all have seen the car.
Yeah.
John Hardman created Custom
Yep.
Classics, did the car. It was one of George Barris's.
Oh, yeah,
He's
he's
been
been
here.
out here.
Yeah.
He's been out here.
We had him on the air last year.
Yeah, he was.
By
out
the way,
at-
I have a request.
Sure.
So if you can get my Corvette in a place that I can get out of there after the show.
We can do that. I mean, like, in other words, like, you could just take off whenever you want to leave.
No,
before the show?
after this show.
After this show,
After
we
this
packed
show.
up at 7 instead of waiting until
When
5 or 6
when
o'clock.
are the awards?
Well, awards are at 3, but if you guys get where I'm going to put y'all can pack up quietly and just.
drift
Can I put the
away.
car?
Yes, sir.
Can I put my car by us?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Then
I'll bring the
work on
car.
that. Good.
I-
Now you've been promising that for 12 years. So I am not going to hold my breath. But if you do, I might go into
All
cardiac
right.
arrest. I don't
Well,
know.
yeah.
there's that. So that's my plan.
Okay.
And even if it rains, as long as it's not raining,
No,
drive it there.
Don't even say that word out loud.
I know.
No,
I know.
It's going to
but
be like this. This is what we have ordered when we go on the remotes.
There you go. Well, if that's the case, it's going to be like ants to a picnic. It's going to be great.
beautiful. All right.
Yeah.
It's the way we like it.
Well, thanks for stopping by and talking
Guys,
to us.
thank y'all very much for everything. Look forward to having y'all. Hope
Love
I
you,
don't
brother.
regret
Take
that.
care of
Looking forward
yourself.
to it.
Good Gub and Greer's.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Car Show and Fall Festival. By golly, it's going to be Saturday, October 12th. Go to InWheelTime.com. We got a link to get yourself registered and find out more information.
And the first 25 people get an ankle monitor. There you go.
All right. We'd love to hear from you, and I want to remind you also that the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is coming to you live from Woody's Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show and Topwater Grill, San Leon, Texas. You can get a hold of us anytime. Address is info@inwheeltime.com. Let's take a break, shall we?
Yep.
Back after this.
The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipe means when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the first Lupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katie's another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupe's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana, the Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
What? Did I do something wrong? Okay. Welcome back to the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. It's time now for the cruise-in and events calendars. And Jeffrey Zekin has those.
I have that right here. Now, we're all at San Leon down here, so that's going to be a wonderful event. If you're not down here, you're missing it. It's really, really cool. So we've got Galveston County Cigars Lions Club Car Show. That's coming up next Saturday from 8 to 2 p.m. They're trying to raise about $5,000 for Seeing Eye Dog programs to include the Astros organization as well. That's at Walter Hall Park. You enter the north entrance in League City. That goes from 8 to 2 next Saturday. You've got the Fall Open Car Show. That takes place October 5th. Coming up next weekend in Spring, Texas. Registrations from 9 a.m. to 11:30. And the award starts that afternoon about 2 p.m. That's at 2043 Interstate 45 North in Spring, Texas. And then you got a Sunday event, which is the Halloween Classic Car Show at the National Museum of Funeral History. So it's going to be a pretty quiet event. Takes place October 5th from 10 to 3, and attendees are encouraged to dress up and bring a trick-or-treat bag for the kids for a trunk or treat.
I'm already dressed.
All right, cool. And then, of course, you've got this going on right now, and then we've got some stuff coming up with the Corvettes that we talked about.
Oh, we got the Good Grub.
Good Grub.
And Gears Car Show. You got
Grub.
that?
You got that one right there. Yeah, we just did that.
Okay, good.
Cool.
All right. By the way, we are at Topwater Grill. The address is 815 Avenue O in San Leon, Texas.
Avenue O.
No, not Leon. It's Leon. So this show goes until 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you're looking for something to do, come on down. Got some great-looking cars here. If you want to show your ride, bring it on down here. I think $30 will get you in. You can be in competition.
It's $30.
What did you say, Mars?
I said if you bring your car and enter it, it's $30. But if you just want to come and take a look, it's free. Come on down.
We always like looking.
I do too.
You sure?
Yes, sir. I got those glasses that had the little mirrors.
Yeah, you got those X-ray glasses that you bought online or from
the back of the comic book.
Yeah. Biden administration's proposed ban on Chinese connected car technology could prove its strongest weapon yet to fend off an onslaught of cheap Chinese electric vehicles.
Those two.
That has upended the global auto industry. The ban on hardware and software announced September 23rd by the U.S. Commerce Department is the administration's latest salvo. That is a laundry detergent, isn't it? After imposing 100% tariffs on Chinese EVs and denying a $7,500 consumer EV subsidy to any vehicle with made-in-China components. Ow! Unlike those measures, the connected car tech prohibition would apply even to cars built by Chinese companies outside China, such as in Mexico or Europe, where they're planning factories. Few Chinese-made vehicles are currently sold in the U.S., and none from Chinese brands yet. Monday's action aims to keep it that way by closing loopholes, according to U.S. commerce officials. Yikes. That's pretty heavy-duty stuff there. We're talking about billions and billions of dollars. Okay. The steel industry is kind of shaky right now, especially here in the United States, because of the impending sale of the big steel company
US
up
Steel.
there in Pittsburgh. Well, the U.S. auto industry is a keen self-interest in ensuring continued supplies of steel, one of the industry's most vital raw materials and the substance at the heart of what in other times would be a relatively uncontroversial proposed acquisition of U.S. Steel by Nippon Steel. According to the Washington Post, reporting in early September, the Biden administration was preparing to block the $14.9 billion acquisition on national security grounds, despite the fact that Nippon is headquartered in Japan, one of the nation's staunchest and most important allies, and has its own long history of operating in the United States. Nippon's proposed acquisition is opposed by the United Steelworkers. Wisely, the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, which by law must review the proposed acquisition, extended its review period by another 3 months on September 21st meeting. No decision will be made until after the November 5th election. So that's a thing that's all up in the air and got a lot of people really nervous.
It impacts the automobile industry, the building trades. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's you got to think about.
The fallout.
Yes. Are we keeping you awake?
Are we done with the show yet?
No, not yet.
No,
we got
not
2
yet.
more hours.
Stellantis is laying off 200 workers at Sterling Heights Assembly in suburban Detroit, where it builds the Ram 1500. The total includes all of the plant's 177 temporary workers, which Stellantis calls supplementals, and 14 full-time employees. Stellantis says the supplemental employees were seasonal workers hired to support production by covering for increased vacation usage during the summer months. Sure.
Yeah.
They'll be separated from the company effective October 1st in accordance with the 2023 UAW collective bargaining agreement, according to the company. Full-time worker layoffs go into effect September the 28th.
Man.
And it just continues with Stellantis. In August, Stellantis said it would indefinitely lay off as many as 2,450 workers at the nearby Warren truck plant, as it ends production of the Ram 1500 Classic pickup to focus on the Jeep Wagoneer SUV. Let's see.
That's a mistake.
How many Wagoneer SUVs, as opposed to the Classic Ram 1500, are they making? My guess is they're making a lot more of the Classics because they use the Classics as work trucks. It's last model's model.
Right.
Not the current one. And they're making money off of it. Why wouldn't you continue to build it?
Well, they're going to use the pickup trucks
you
to
don't continue making Hellcats that you sell every one of.
Well,
They
they're going
don't
to give
make those
everybody a
anymore.
pickup
That's what I'm
truck so they
saying.
can clean their desks out. They can load up all their stuff.
This guy's going to be fired.
Yeah.
The CEO?
Yeah.
I thought I read something that they were already looking for another
They are.
CEO.
But the excuse is that, well, we do that every 2 years anyway. It's a review.
Horse hockey.
How does that review work? Tell me.
Yeah.
That guy is out. You kidding?
That's how
All the people
Sergio stayed there, 20 years or something another? Yeah, every 2 years. my butt.
I don't want to see that.
No. Every 2 years
I'll
even.
show you.
No, I know you will. And by the way, for all of us AM radio fans, of which there are few left but still some, here's a story for us. The AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act has advanced after a U.S. House panel voted on September 18th to move it along, Buster.
Move it.
The bill, first reported to the U.S. Senate in September of 23, requires the Department of Transportation to mandate that all new passenger vehicles include devices for accessing AM broadcast stations. Vehicles are increasingly produced without first-generation radio broadcast technology. And advocates for AM radio argue it is essential for reaching people in weather emergencies. Some also say AM radio fills a unique cultural role as a longtime home for sports broadcasts and talk shows. Hello. I listen to AM radio all the time. I listen to FM as well, but I listen to both. So unless you're going to put all that stuff that's on AM over on FM, I need AM. As a matter of fact, I drove a car. I'm not going to tell you what it was. I'll tell you when it's time. But I drove a car that did not have AM. I was ticked.
Did you?
I did. It may be on HD, but can you get the HD in the car? Not on all cars. So there's that. So don't go messing with what I got. All right. Now how are we looking?
I think we're looking.
Oh, good. I got time.
He's going to make you a balloon hat
So
here in a
the
minute.
Stellantis conversation now is going to continue. Mars.
Yo.
Stellantis chairman John Elkann
Uh-oh.
has started a search for a successor to CEO Carlos Tavares.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a boy band named Tavares back in the day whose contract runs out in early 2026? The automaker confirmed the decision in response to questions from Bloomberg News, adding that it's part of regular succession planning. BS. Pressure on Tavares is rising due to Stellantis' poor performance in markets, including the U.S., its biggest single profit pool. In the U.S., the Jeep and Chrysler maker is struggling with high levels of inventories, quality issues, and declining market share. Company stock has slumped more than 1/3 this year. Ow!
Yeah.
So with that in mind, it's time now for a quick break. We'd love to hear from you. Just shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. More of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The In Wheel Time Fall Tour begins Saturday, September 28th at Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show. There'll be awards for Best Truck, Rat Rod, Import, Paint, Engine, Interior, and Best of Show. It happens at the Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas, where the backdrop of Galveston Bay will be one for your car scrapbook. Registration is $30 per car on site. Visitors are free 8 to 4, Saturday, September 28th. It's Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show at Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas. The In Wheel Time Fall Remote Tour continues Saturday, October 12th from 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival, hosted by the Space City Corvette Club. See up to 300 cars under the trees in beautiful Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Competitors register online. Proceeds benefit Texas Equisearch. Showgoers are free and will see all makes and models of the finest rides at this judged event. It's Saturday, October 12th, 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival in Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Sponsored by Emmons Autoplex on FM 528 near the Gulf Freeway in Webster.
Introduce him. Oh, okay. I think it's time now to start the next hour. What do you think? All right, well, let's go ahead and do that. From Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, another big shot from today's event.
Uh-oh.
Jeff has the cruise in and events calendars.
No, we did that already.
What?
We did that already.
Maybe we want to do it again?
Okay.
This is the third hour.
Okay.
It's a toss-up.
Toss-up.
We did do that. All right, wait just a minute.
Wait just a minute.
It's coming.
Stop. Let's rewind. Phone lines are open.
So the real intro to this, you ready?
Yeah.
From Woody's Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show, this is the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, we've got another car lover here at today's judged car show that's ready to spill the beans on his car.
There you go.
I wrote that, and I'm proud of it.
This
now
great,
I've got it on there.
I've got a tear.
Do you?
Yeah.
That ain't the only
the
thing.
wind.
Howdy, along with Mike out of this world bars. We need more, Jeff Zekin.
There you go. He's
the Director of IT and Engineering, David Ainsley. I'm not telling you who I am.
okay.
I'm a mess is what I am. I need another margarita. No, not a margarita. I need a Bloody Mary.
There you go. Where's Woody?
How much are they?
Where's Woody?
How much are
tab.
those?
Woody's got a tab.
$10? $10 a holla. All right. Well, so that would mean $12. Right? Okay. Well, while you're doing the interview, somebody's doing the interview.
We're just going to let him talk.
Not to slight you at all. He's got a 1320 video shirt on. Mm-hmm. And what is your name?
Kyle Platt.
Kyle?
Yes.
Spell your last name.
P-L-A-T-T.
My brother, who's no longer with us, went to the University of Wisconsin at Platteville.
Oh.
So I'm sure that there's some sort of connection there.
Possibly.
Where is your family history from?
Mostly from Texas City and Alvin.
Okay, well, that's close to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Very.
So
just over there.
I'm thinking Plattville, and I'm just trying to do the math.
You know, it's funny you say that. When I was living with my parents still, my neighbors, their last name was Platt. No relation. The mailman had a blast.
I'll bet he
So
did.
The mailman's fault.
Oh, yeah.
The address wasn't 1320, was it?
No.
Okay.
That's how many feet are in a quarter mile.
I'm very well aware of that.
Generally,
very well aware
the
of
milkman's at fault, but now it's the mailman.
Yes, the milkman.
Could be the milkman.
I don't think they have the milkman anymore. No, that was the Charles Chips man. You're mistaken, sir.
Yeah. The
And
hostess,
only us old people actually know anything about that.
The hostess door-to-door
And
guy.
what's your first name?
Kyle.
Kyle.
Platt, and he had a neighbor named Platt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, I wrote down Plattville, so I'm going to go with that.
All righty.
So what do
You
we got
okay?
here? What did you bring to the
Oh,
show?
wait a minute. I'm not done
okay,
yet.
Okay, then hold on.
I want to know about the T-shirt first. We got Video 1320. You take pictures of drag strips.
Yeah, mostly it's the car from their website, but I go to a lot of the events, and if you like, you can read the back of it. You'd like the back.
I would. Let me see.
Electric
cars have no soul.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. Yeah.
Well, they do, except it's
You can't-
it's windings.
You can't hear them, and if you do, it's coming out of a speaker.
They're good. That's it. Yeah, I haven't heard one of those yet. Have you?
No.
No. I'm
Thank
kind of
God.
looking forward to see how the engineers that are your age up there in Auburn Hills have figured that out. But you know they have.
Yeah. I feel sorry for them.
Yeah, well, they had no choice. You could keep the job or not. All right, Kyle. So you're a JDM guy.
No, I have a 17 Hellcat also.
Well, this is a JDM car.
It is. It's one of my newest ones.
Okay, so it's a 50-50 deal.
Yeah, I've had 30 cars
You're
now.
conflicted. 30 cars?
I've had 30, yeah.
Where are they all?
I've had.
Oh, you've
Sell and
had
buy,
them.
Sell and buy.
One
I've
at
had
a time,
66
one at a time.
Chevelle, 72 Plymouth Roadrunner. I've had
And
a
you
lot
sold
of
the good
different
stuff
cars.
for that.
No, that was just one of my newest things. I sold the other stuff for personal uses,
I see.
buying a house, stuff like that.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
Do you regret any of those sales?
Yes.
Which one is the one you regret
The,
most?
72 Plymouth.
Yep, I was just
Yeah,
going
I
to
built
say.
the 440. It was 610 horsepower. It was something else.
You can
and
buy it back.
He ain't selling it.
Everything.
Deal it.
Oh yeah.
Everything is for sale, my
Oh,
friend.
that one's for sale right now.
It's all about the dough.
Everything's for sale.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woody's selling that. Why don't
Yeah.
you do a trade with him? He'd look good in that.
Yeah, I don't think he would like that.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's his style.
Well, let's talk about that. It's a beautiful car.
Thank you.
And it is
It's a 1998 Nissan Skyline GT.
Right-hand
how
drive.
old are you?
I am 34.
Really?
Yes.
You don't look 34. You've heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
might
look 34 either.
I don't either. You look 24. That's a
Yeah.
compliment.
Well, thank you.
God, I wish I were 24, 34.
Right-hand drive.
And this is a right-hand drive car.
Yes,
So
it
this
is.
is a real Japanese car.
Yes, I've imported it about 2 months ago.
So you imported it yourself?
Well, I bought it from the company, but yeah, importing
What
it.
company? Because we've had
It's
them
called
on.
Be Forward.
We haven't interviewed them. Are they here in Houston?
No, they are straight in
California.
Japan, I believe. It's a website you get online and you
I
order
see.
it through them.
Okay. Because there's a guy here in town that we've interviewed on this show that he's local. I think he lives in the burbs somewhere. But that's what he does.
Okay.
That's his job. And that is probably one of the nicest looking cars for a JDM car that I think I've ever seen.
So that paint is not original to the 1998. That's a 2000 paint job. So they put the body kit on, and that's a fresh paint job with a ceramic coat done in Japan.
Okay, what body kit?
That is the GTR body kit.
Okay, so the Skyline did not come with that body kit on it.
Not that model, no.
Not that lower rocker?
No, the front bumper and the
facing.
side skirts.
I see. So that's the whole kit.
Mostly, yes. There's a rear bumper, but
In the wing.
yes, the wing is actually original.
Oh.
The aftermarket wing is a little bit taller.
Now let's talk about the real guts of that car because that's the magic, I understand, is the motor.
So there's different model motors. This one,
In the Skyline, there's different model motors.
yes.
Okay, first of all, let's back up just a minute. So we have the Skyline, and then we have what we call different trim levels.
Yes.
And that's what you're talking about.
Yes, there's 3 different trim levels.
Okay, what are they?
So mine's the GT, which is one of the lowest models for the 2-door. The middle is the GTT, which is the turboed.
Is it a straight 6?
Yes,
It's a straight 6-cylinder, non-turboed,
correct.
naturally aspirated. That's pretty good for that car.
Yeah.
Now, do you know what the horsepower is on the next up?
I believe it's 250.
Okay,
roughly
and
250.
then the twin turbo is what?
287, I believe.
287. That's significant.
Yeah. And the higher end models, the twin turboed,
Thank you.
you can tune them with minimal tuning and make around 500 to the wheels.
So what actually is the color of that? What do they call that?
Bayside blue.
Bayside blue.
Yep.
It's pretty.
I want to go back to the motor.
Go back.
Did you tweak the motor?
I have not. The motor is all original. It's called a RB25 Neo, 2.5 liter.
And it's stock.
Correct.
Is it? Have they done anything to it since it was brand new?
Absolutely nothing.
How many original miles is there on it?
61,000.
That's all?
That's it.
Sweet. No wonder you bought it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you how much you paid for it.
I believe not much.
Really?
I'll ask you how much you pay for it.
About 28,000.
Really?
That include the importing?
That's everything. So the car, the car itself over there was about 23.5.
So you
and the
got
rest
it?
was importing.
So did it import
$5,000.
to California?
It imported to Freeport, Texas.
So they put it on the boat to Freeport.
Yes.
Did you go to Freeport to get it?
Yes, I Ubered there and drove it home.
Did you? I
did.
would have driven you down there.
I wanted the experience. So
I got it. Did you videotape all that?
I did a little video, but not too much because I was still trying to concentrate on driving on the right side.
Yeah.
It was a little bit getting used to.
Yeah.
And it was raining.
Oh, God.
It was right before one of the storms we had, and some of the roads were starting to flood going to Freeport. So I was really nervous.
Now, are
getting
those
it that
the
day.
stock wheels or the aftermarket?
They're aftermarket, but
you bought them, but they came with the car.
Yes, I haven't bought anything for that car. I just put gas in it since I got it 2 months ago. I have yet to change anything on it.
You haven't even changed the oil.
Probably more
I did
fun
that.
way.
I did that the first 3 days. I went and got the oil changed.
Yeah. Did it need it?
I don't know if it did or not, but it's better to do it than
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's just peace of mind.
not
Yeah.
know.
Is it hard to get parts for those cars?
It depends on what part. The engine and transmission, you can get that. So the reason I got that car, it was 61,000 zero rust, and getting a car with zero rust in Japan is ungodly. Even the frame rails underneath it, the pinch welds aren't even bent from like a floor jack. It's perfect. So my plan was to get an engine and transmission swap. You can get that for about 10, 11 grand and do the whole conversion. I wanted a good platform to start off with. I didn't want a rust bucket or something that had that was wore out. So my plan was to get something with low mileage, with zero rust, and build it.
You still plan on swapping it out? No.
Yes and no.
Let me ask you this. Can you hop up that motor with stock factory parts, like on the GTT or the
Yes.
You can?
Yeah. So I actually bought
So it's the same motor. They just have add-ons.
It's very, very close. It's a different intake manifold, and I have that at the house. I bought it. I was going to do the conversion, but
It's the same short block.
yes, same short block.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dual exhaust?
No, just single exhaust.
Single exhaust. So it all of the exhaust ports come out one side
Correct.
into a collector tube and then out.
Correct.
Automatic?
Yes.
How many speeds?
4-speed.
4-speed automatic. How is it on the highway doing 60? What kind of RPM you running?
It's kind of hard to read 60 since it's all in kilometers. So I kind of just like keep up with everybody else or go a little bit faster. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not screaming like it needs
not.
more gears.
No, it's not. It's
because
about 2,500.
Because that car was made to go 60, 70 miles an hour.
Correct.
Whereas opposed to your 72 Plymouth that you used to own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're doing 70 miles an hour. It's up there at 3,000 RPM at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a 17 Charger. It's one of the highest mileage cars that I know of that's in Texas. That's still kicking, and I've been beating it up every day since I've got it. Not yet. I have not. I seen this car show here. They had an import class. I was like, well, I'm right down the road, so let's come bring it out.
So a guy that I just met recently, he's a JDMer, and we had him on the show, a couple of weeks ago, Barnes?
2 weeks, yeah.
Very well connected in the JDM, and he's in his late 20s. But I think that you would appreciate the connection. And if you'll get a hold of Mars at nwheeltime.com, he'll give you his name and phone number, his connection. You might be able to do it here, I don't know. But we love to put car guys together.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's a really it's a unique thing for us old people because we don't, and I mean that sincerely. It's not that we don't want to know, we do, but these are our grandchildren.
Yeah. My son is listening intently at this moment. He's already texted me.
And, I appreciate it because this stuff is what the 55 Chevy was to me. Mm-hmm. Because my era was late two-door B210. It was a beast is what it was. Small block Chevy that would scream, and drag raced it and did all the fun stuff with it as we did. And it's really no different, the appreciation for these cars as it was for me with that car and that era. So the only problem is my grandson's a year and a half, so he's not quite there yet.
Of course, my age, that was our life when we were. Of course, my age, that was our life when we were kids.
Yes.
And that was one of the most iconic cars in the movies.
So that's why you bought that car.
Yeah, that and a '69 Charger, of course, and that's one of my other dream cars. And I got the Hellcat. I'm closing up to it. I would trade it for one of those, but it's going to take.
Well, you need to come out. We're going to do a remote. I think it's November the 10th at the Hemi
November 9th.
November 9th at the Hemi Hideout.
I've heard of that.
You need to go
there. You need to go
because it's a bunch of old people with really cool cars. Yeah. You're there, and we'll be there doing a remote. You're going to be Hemi Hideout. Yes,
Hemi
sir.
Hideout. See, there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
And it's not open every day to the public. Every once in a while he opens stuff to clubs. So November the 9th, put it on your calendar.
All righty.
Well, it's great to talk to you. Have a beautiful car. We're jealous.
Oh, come on now.
No, really. we want to have
rides. There's a lot of beautiful cars out here.
There is. Yeah.
Man, I still have to walk around. I haven't seen that many of them yet.
Well, I mean, us old people do good. We do good with our cars and our passion. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you.
Kyle, it's a great pleasure to meet you. Kyle Platt.
Stay in touch.
Mr. JDM. Hey, you can get the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk podcasts from your favorite podcast provider. We also video stream our live 2-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipe means when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the first Lupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katie's another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupe's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana, the Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
It's In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show at Woody's Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show is coming to you from the Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas, smack dab between Trinity and Galveston Bays. Real close to Bay Cliff, Texas, if you know where that is. And down the way a bit from Kemah off 146. Thanks for being with us today.
And thank you, Jean Lafitte, for finding this spot. Jean Lafitte.
I think it was Jean Lafitte.
Okay.
Jean Lafitte was his sister.
No, Stinky Lafitte was his sister.
That was his cousin.
Oh.
That's Stinky Feet. And they put la in front of it.
La la.
La 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 la.
All right.
Okay.
Let me check my watch.
We're shifting over here.
I smell exhaust
You smell
from
fuel.
a boat.
Is that a boat fuel or a racing
no, that's
car
not
fuel?
fuel. That's just exhaust.
Yeah. That's probably carburetors.
All right. I have a little something special for us.
Uh-oh.
We're going to do Hemmings Sold Car Roundup.
Yay!
Get your scorecard.
I'm ready.
Play along at home. David, you're in. You're up first.
Okay, so this is some of the cars that were sold a couple weeks ago at Hemmings.com. And you can check it all out at Hemmings Sold Cars Roundups, Hemmings.com. Okay? Our first up today is a 1968 Oldsmobile Delmont.
Oh, man.
Not a Del Monte, but a Delmont.
So it doesn't come in a can.
Does not come in a can.
Okay.
Del Monte. Now, this is a 68 Oldsmobile Delmont. Two-door. It's a hardtop. It looks all stock, and it's blue in color. What do you think it got on the Sold Cars Roundup?
David?
68 Olds Delmont.
I'm 7,500.
I was
Okay.
going to say 8.
I'm going to go 12.
$5,600.
Wow.
I
What did you say?
bring this to your
7,500.
attention because this is one of those affordable, not so much a collectible, but one that everybody will stop and look at in the parking lot. You take it to a car show or drive it down the freeway, you got people honking going, yay.
Yay.
68. All right.
Yep.
For Jeff, we have the 1999 Cadillac Sedan DeVille.
Square. Yeah.
It's the LTD version of General Motors Cadillac.
$9,000.
Ooh. I was only going to go about 7 again.
7? Okay. David?
You want to chime in, David?
$9,001.
$3,500.
Oh, man.
Marsy Mars.
$3,500. Now, it won't fit in the garage. So
No, absolutely not.
But that's a good hot rod tour car there.
Now, here's one that's actually pretty. I don't know why it drew so much, but let me just say this. It is a coupe, a
Okay.
1972 Chevrolet Corvette. 72. It's kind of like getting to the end of the horsepower era.
Into the good-looking ones.
Is that the urethane bumpers or still
No,
chrome bumpers?
this one here
Just
still
the
got
one-
the chrome bumper in front,
Yeah,
Split
year
in the back.
before.
and I think it's got the split. I don't know. I can't see
It
the
does.
back.
It doesn't have that big bubble in the butt. It's not
All
a
right,
bubble.
whatever. It's a 72 Corvette. How much? It's got the chrome trim rings, and it's got white wall tires on it.
No
it
evidence.
looks-
No evidence of big blocks or anything.
No,
like that.
no, they didn't put those in there.
Yes, they did.
How much? I don't think
I'm
they
going.
did.
I'm going to go 32.
What do you guess, Jeffrey? Jeffrey says 35,000.
28.
What do you say, Jeff?
I'm going to go 32.
35.7.
Nice.
Jeff Heitzman, you go, buddy. Here's my car, the 69 Chevrolet Camaro. This looks like to be honest with you, it looks like a 6-cylinder car. Got some aftermarket wheels on it, dark gray in color. Looks clean. I don't know what the underside looks like. I don't know anything about it. What do you think it sold for?
18.
I'll go 16.
It's a 69.
Yeah.
69.
69 what?
Camaro.
But it sounds like it came with a cop car. hook
No, it's
cap
not a
and all that.
Z28 or any.
15,000.
15,000. Heitzman. 14. $28,875.
Wow.
So
Close, but no cigar.
now we have a Jeff car here.
Oh, boy.
Cadillac.
Okay, you ready? Nope, it's not a Cadillac. This is a 1989 Buick Electra station wagon.
I'm going to say $17 billion. This is
Yeah, because that's how
priceless.
much you would pay for it,
I
right?
would. I'm going to go 18.
18. Mars?
12,000.
12,000. Jeff?
19 for
19. David?
Goober?
14,750.
$9,000 even.
You got it. Again, Mars
And
is
it
closest.
looks fine. I'll show you in a minute. Because the next car up is a 1940 Chevrolet Master Deluxe. This is a two-door. Now, in 40, they had built-in headlights. So it's a hot rod. It still has the running boards on it. Still got the fenders on it. It looks, it's probably got a V8 or something underneath the hood. But at any rate, it's a 40 Chevy Master Deluxe. Maroon. How much?
31.
42.
35.
23, 625.
Dadgum.
So the point that I guess I'm trying to make by all of this is the fact that you can buy affordable hot rods.
Yeah.
Any kind, any style, it's out there for you. Here's one that is
You
a
think
little.
Kathy would agree? Let me buy one of those?
Yes,
You think?
absolutely.
I don't know.
Here's the picture. You tell me.
I'd take that over that.
Are you going to start?
No, this
you
is
can
the- this
start
is
I
going
the-
know
that
that
way
one.
or
That
all.
would take that too. I'd
It's
take
got
either one of
it's
these.
got the wood siding down that station wagon.
Yeah, it's still in the shipping.
Here's one for you, Jeffrey. Not Jeffrey. David. 2020 Ford Shelby Mustang. A 2020 Ford Shelby Mustang. It's black. Probably black on black. It looks bad to the bone. Okay? How much?
42.
42.
I'll go 32.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I'll go 30.
Heitzman's 39. David?
I was 42.
$84,000.
Ooh. Hey, I was close.
I don't. It must be a GT 500.
Yeah, I was
or
going to say
something.
there's something else there. Wow.
There you go. Jeff, this is for you. 1962 Buick 225.
Deuce and a quarter.
And no, they didn't make the. Yeah, they just reduced the
225
quarters.
is deuce and a quarter, yeah.
But I will tell you that It is a two-door, four-holer sedan.
Oh.
Four-holer, a coupe.
Four-holer coupe.
Yeah, it's a coupe.
I'm going to go.
Here's a picture of it.
I'm going to go 18.
18. He's not paying attention.
15.5.
$9,750.
Oh, man.
It looks completely stock. It looks like Granny's car.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you what, I would buy that.
I would too. Yeah, that would be a good cruiser.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, that's all I've got. I did want to remind you that next week we're going to be in the studio. The weekend after, on the 12th, we are going to be at Stevenson Park in Friendswood for the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival. Stevenson Park in Friendswood.
Mm-hmm.
$40 if you want to enter your car. That's ahead of time. $45 the day of. Enter it ahead of time. If you know you're going to come, enter it ahead of time. Save $5, but not only that, you don't have to hassle with it when you get there.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the butt. Register and all that stuff.
Yep.
But it's a beautiful show. It took me a while to get. It's got a 426 signature on the side of it. Oh, I see he's got a trailer there, too.
Yeah, he's got a bike on the back.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, but that's a bad-looking little pickup truck, isn't it? There you go. Okay.
Perfect, right there.
That's good. Yeah.
Oh.
You ain't going to get that.
You ain't going to get it.
You ain't going to get it. It's too big of a pain. Just leave it right there. All right, we're going to talk about that car that's pulling up behind us here in just a minute. If you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. Be sure and follow us on Facebook. We are back in a flash.
Pro-Am Auto Accessory and Muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The N-Wheel Time Fall Tour begins Saturday, September 28th at Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show. There'll be awards for Best Truck, Rat Rod, Import, Paint, Engine, Interior, and Best of Show. It happens at the Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas, where the backdrop of Galveston Bay will be one for your car scrapbook. Registration is $30 per car on site. Visitors are free 8 to 4, Saturday, September 28th. It's Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show at Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas. The N-Wheel Time Fall Remote Tour continues Saturday, October 12th from 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival, hosted by the Space City Corvette Club. See up to 300 cars under the trees in beautiful Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Competitors register online. Proceeds benefit Texas Equisearch. Showgoers are free and will see all makes and models of the finest rides at this judged event. It's Saturday, October 12th, 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival in Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Sponsored by Emmons Autoplex on FM 528 near the Gulf Freeway in Webster.
With his cigarette boat from Woody's Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show, it's the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Ahead, people lined up to be on this broadcast with us, and we're ready. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. In-Wheel Time engineering genius, David Ainsley.
Genius.
Our
Genius.
Our audience today is by none other than Mr. Jeff Heitzman.
All right, Jeffrey.
So you don't care who I am. Just go away. It's all right. You don't need to know.
Champagne Dreams and Caviar something or other.
Yeah, no.
Something like that.
It's Champagne Pocketbook and Caviar Dreams.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. It's
if
stinky,
anybody knows, call
stinky
in.
feet and dead fish.
No, that's Stinky the Feet.
Is that what it is?
Jean's sister.
Okay. Welcome to the Ankle Monitor Highway.
All right.
All right, Mars, have at it.
So what we have
so.
here, joining us now is Mr. Greg Upchurch with his 1936 Ford truck that's been slightly modified with a 426 Hemi under the hood that I can see from here with looks like injectors on it.
Hilburn fuel
injectors, which is tough to run on the street. I'm impressed. Tell us about the rest of it.
Well, let me start off with that tough to run on the street.
Yes.
Times have changed. We are now being able to go to Holley and order a fuel injection for almost anything you want. So that's what I did. I have the fuel injection from Holley, the Terminator X. Just put it in, and it's all new technology. Idles, runs, it has all the features of all the technology of any other fuel injection.
So it's a fuel injected motor, but the Hilburn stacks on it are your air cleaners.
Yeah,
basically.
no, they're operable.
Well, that's what I mean. But that's where you get your airflow in.
That's right.
Just like on a regular one, but it doesn't quite work the same as
so it's just
Hilburn injectors.
It's just amazing the new technology and how friendly it is, and you just put it on a dyno and plug it in, and if there's something wrong, it'll tell you what's wrong and what to change or what have you. So it's a completely new Terminator X fuel injection system that's built by Holley.
Well, I will say the engine compartment is full. Definitely full.
A lot of full there.
A lot of full. A lot of fun to work on.
I'll bet. So what do you got backing it up?
It's a Chrysler transmission. It's a
torque flight.
Regular 700 torque flights.
Okay.
And pretty much stock converter. So it's real friendly. It's really designed to cruise. It's got cruise control, tilt wheel, telescoping wheel, air condition, freezes you out. It's just it's an old guy's truck, and I'm old. So
is that black or like a root beer color?
It is the dark cherry, black cherry is what it is. It's a black cherry.
You can see the red flake in the sun.
Well, on the back it looks like a brownish.
Oh, you're right. It does.
Listen, if you've had enough to drink, it could be any color you want it to be.
It could be yellow.
You just tell us what color you want.
It's yellow,
that's right. Yeah, that's good. Cheaper. You don't have to change paint jobs.
That's right.
What you got under the rear end?
It's a
Ford
9-inch narrowed, so it's pro-streeted. The body has been widened a couple inches all the way down.
No,
it's actually the fenders have been widened.
I was just going to say, 'cause you ain't getting that engine in a regular car like that.
Well, are those 14-inch rims?
Yes, yes, and those are 15s. 15s in the back, 14s in front. Yeah, that's what you're asking about. Yeah,
say it'd be hard to get 14s that size nowadays.
15s, and it just it drives like a dream. It rides like a Cadillac. It's
so when you're going down, is it an automatic or a standard transmission?
It's automatic.
All right. So when you're doing 70, how many RPM you turning in that thing?
Oh,
do you do 70 in it?
Yeah, probably 35.
Okay. So in other words, you're ready to run down the strip with it.
Oh, full disclosure, I didn't build the truck.
Have you ever been down the strip with that thing?
No.
Why not?
I've only had it less than a year and a half.
Oh, he hasn't had time yet. We know people. We'll get you on the drag strip. See how that thing really does. Burn up the clutch like I did.
The guy that built it was an engineer from Bell Helicopter. And now I've been all through it and what have you, but originally he was the builder, and he built for comfort, and he built it for cruising the coast.
Has it got AC in it?
That's what he did. Oh yeah, it'll blow you out. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got to have AC.
Absolutely.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. I just I've never had a. What's unique about this truck is it's got a 426 Hemi.
Right.
In other words, that in itself is not unique that it's got a Hemi.
Well,
it's a 426. You see a lot of 392s
Right.
and 333s and all kinds of stuff. But the 426 have all been sopped up.
They're hard to find.
They've been hard.
Would you
very
call
hard.
it sopped up?
Yeah, because
kind of like good gravy on.
Yeah, exactly. And they take it and they restore these 1970 Chargers and make them worth $250,000.
Yeah.
They got to have the motor. So
well, you be careful when you save that motor. The motor's going to be worth more than the car one of these days.
It's really the motor that would bring the value to it.
I was talking to the guy that had the I don't know what year that Ford was. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. I don't know what year it was, but I said, man, it's sacrilegious to me to put a Chevrolet in a Ford. He says, well, here's the reason. Because it wasn't enough room between the firewall and the radiator for a Ford motor because it's longer. Well, that makes sense to me now. I get it. And I don't know about the Hemis, but I assume that Hemi fits and that they didn't extend the front end to get it to fit in there.
I don't think they extended it, but boy, every inch of it's used.
The distributor is in the front.
The
right?
distributor is in the front.
That makes a lot. That's part
that's
of the
telltale sign. The 426 Hemi, frankly, is just hands down so much of an improvement. If you
Don Garlitz would agree with you.
Yeah. Then it was the 392, but Don Garlitz ran his share of 392s. They're great, but for the street and what have you, not a full blown gas. Alcohol or
right.
nitro.
No, it's the street truck.
It's just, the 426 is just, they made a great.
So I was telling the boys, I said, part of the loveliness of these kinds of shows, the majority of these cars are drivers. And that's what I love.
Oh, absolutely.
Soup them up, do whatever you want to it, but drive it. I've had the show car. No, time out. There's a place for that. I get it. Been there, done that. But I want to enjoy my car on the street. I want the kid or the guy that's my age to pull up next to you and go,
right.
We really love your car. Do you get those?
Well, yeah, but fewer and fewer of those kids pull up to you anymore and even look over.
Well, there's that.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, maybe the grandkids.
But I'll tell you this: I've always driven what I've built. I've always driven my cars, and
right.
I've got a good friend. And I'm going to blow him out of the water here now. And mine's PPG, but it's got a 429 Boss Hemi in it,
and it's orange.
And
looking at it, that's what you do.
Yeah,
with it.
And
so
you've already won the awards.
Oh, I've got a garage full of them.
Yeah, and so that's great. Congratulations, but I'm the car.
Wind in your face, right? Yeah. So I've ruined the car, so I'm going to sell it eventually. I mean, I've got to drop the motor in it and wire it, and it's done. But I mean, it's been in build stage forever. I used to drive it everywhere.
Is that a Mustang in the back?
No,
it's a Mustang motorcycle.
Yeah.
Mustang motorcycle.
They built them from 1947 to 1965. That is a 65, the last year made.
I used to love those things.
In the day, boy, if you had a Cushman, that was one thing. But if you
I had a
Mustang,
friend of mine that had a Mustang in junior high school, and he drove it to junior high school.
It looks like it's got a Springer front end from here, or no?
No,
it's stock.
Just stock. It's spring. It's
sprung, by the rake.
Sprung, but it's internal springs. But no, a true story. I have never seen a Mustang motorcycle in my life. I'm 69. That.
Don't tell anybody
running,
else that. Don't tell anybody on this show that.
But anyway, running, and back to when I was in third grade, we had neighbors who had two boys who had these motorcycles in Pasadena.
You were ruined for life.
And I remembered it forever. And so I always wanted, a Mustang. And first time I ever heard one run, I had to own it. I bought it a couple years back. Yeah.
Just like you say, the Cushman. If you had a Cushman, you had a scooter.
You had a scooter.
And you want a motorcycle, you got to step up.
Man, these kids coming back from Nam and stuff like that. If you had a Mustang, you were the cat's whatever, Fenders off my 47 Fiat Topolino. Turned it around backwards.
I love it. It looks great.
Yeah, turned around backwards. And so we built the trailer that was a regular fold-up trailer at first, and we started modifying it, and so ended up with putting those Fiat fenders on it and painting it.
Now I want to ask you a little bit more about that Mustang. You drive it?
Yes.
How is it?
Great. It's old school.
I know it is. And it's
I mean,
very small, and the tires and wheels on it are like, are you kidding me? What is that?
That was the same
No,
as the
I know.
Cushman, though. The
I
same,
know.
same
That's
size
right.
as Cushman.
And nobody would ever. You look at that today. I haven't seen an original one in a long time. You look at that today, and it all just takes you back, going, I remember them, but I don't remember them with the small wheel. Yeah, that's the way that they were.
Yeah. This one has a high compression polished head. Is the only thing that I know of that's been done to it.
How many cc's is that?
Oh,
you know,
you would.
Because the motor doesn't look very big.
About 150.
150 cc's. So it's probably got about, I don't know, 25, 35 horsepower.
It has 15 horse.
15 horse. Yeah.
And now maybe a little more because of that head. But here's the Mustang News. This comes out quarterly, and it shows all the guys are, our age,
old like us.
And so anyway,
Who knew?
They do that. They do that quarterly, and then they have an annual event.
Hey, I was going to say, have you ever been to one of their shows?
No, I have not.
Got to take that thing.
Yeah, I really need to.
In that truck.
In that truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's but I mean, all my life I wanted one of the things, and it just finally went.
Well, where did you find it? Online?
Yeah, you can find them. I mean, they're out there. There's a market for them. Older guys.
You know what I like?
Turn them into their grandkids and their grandkids.
Well, the nice thing about that, it hasn't been modified. It looks like an original.
It's pretty original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it hadn't been all dolled up and everything,
Right.
and that's what I like.
Yeah, it's old school. It's not like I remember when the Hondas came out. It was so smooth. They were so.
Yes.
You push the button, they'd start. This thing will break your leg.
Yeah.
Kick it. It's got compression. I got a buddy that showed me a bruise on the back of his leg today. That big from that thing.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
Do you have a leather helmet that you can wear? So that
Oh, Mike.
No,
that would be in your garage.
You bet. If I had that, I would definitely have one.
God. You know what? They had advanced beyond the leather in 1965, Michael.
Yeah, but
God, give us a little credit.
But the other one, you can't get the flap. The ear flaps don't flap as you're going down the road.
Do you think that would fit in our booth at Autorama?
That would look good, wouldn't it?
I think just the car, the trailer with the
Do we
bike
already
probably
have somebody for Autorama?
Yeah, Jim's going to come over from Louisiana.
Jim's going to come over. So
All right, just checking.
We need to stay in touch with you
Sure, absolutely.
because every year we bring a different car from somebody. They're nice enough to loan us a car for 7 days, and we put it in the booth at Autorama with us in our broadcast booth.
Yeah,
We sure would like
you
to
can
have that
enter
Mustang
it
in there.
and you'll have it judged. And we'll pay the entry fee for it.
And the folks that have brought their cars in have won prizes, have won trophies.
Every one of them.
Everyone's
Great,
won a trophy.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to step it up a couple inches more then.
No, don't do nothing.
Yeah.
We like it the way it is. It's a pleasure and honor to talk to you.
But I've got good friends that one I already picked on, Joe Cerro, that he's got a barn full of beautiful cars, and then Jack Wernley's helped me a whole lot on my cars. He's trying to get out here today. He was putting a fuel pump on, so hopefully he'll make it. He's been out here before, and
Where does he live?
told me about it in Friendswood, and he told me about it, and he said, "Oh, you should go." And I told him today I was on the way out there. He says, "Oh, it's a good show."
Yeah,
yeah.
2 weeks is the one in Friendswood.
Yeah.
You going to go?
I live in Friendswood.
You going to go to the show?
Whose show is it?
It's the Lone Star Street
is
Rod.
No, Sports Space City Corvette Club.
Yeah.
Oh, Space City Corvette.
This one.
They,
2
because,
weeks.
Yeah, they take more than Corvettes, so yeah.
Good
yeah.
grub.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
This one's open.
It's
Yeah,
an
it's
open
open,
car
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
So come on.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
That's real easy. That's down the
He
street.
lives down there too.
Yeah, great.
David does.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you guys, and I
You too.
appreciate the offer and to
Yeah,
visit and talk and
Thanks for
maybe do Autorama
thanks
or
for all
whatever.
the hemming and hawing around with Mars trying to. I don't know what he's trying to do.
I was trying
Give
to
you
get
a hard time.
Now, I wanted to see the truck and the motorcycle combination, but our camera's just not wide enough for this small space.
Well, we'll do it at Autorama. Maybe you can see the whole thing.
Oh, yeah,
This is up there.
Yeah.
Very good. I guess you could show this on the camera.
Not very good.
No?
Yeah, we've
Okay.
tried that before.
Anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
We appreciate you, sir.
Time for another Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely. Hey, the award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream our live weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. And podcasts, They're on your favorite podcast provider. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katie's another location that gives the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupe's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana, the Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
Thanks for joining us here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. See what happens when you make fun of me? It all comes back, doesn't it?
There you go.
Yeah. That's what Mom always said.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mom was right.
She was. I did want to do some recalls for you. So, being recalled is Mercedes-Benz improperly welded engine integral carrier may fail.
No.
So that means the part of the car that holds the motor. Mercedes-Benz AMG GLC 43 and the Mercedes-Benz GLC 300, 2024 model years. The engine will fall out of it. Recall. I don't know how that happens.
Because of the weld.
The latch may allow the rear door to open while driving on the Mercedes-Benz AMG 63, 2019 to 2022, and the Mercedes-Benz the G-Wagon 550, 2019 to 2023. Latch may allow the rear door to open while driving. Martha? I think we lost the groceries.
Oh, no.
They're out there on the freeway somewhere. I just don't know where they are. Thank you, Martha. Glad you could find them. The McLaren GT, I know that you've got one in the garage over there in Neederville, Mars.
Yeah, I've been saving it.
It's been recalled because the hood may open unexpectedly. Doing it 200 miles an hour, 2020 to 2023. If it hasn't opened yet, it's gonna.
Oh, well,
gonna.
I've only been to 180, so I've
Well,
tried to
that's
hold it
it.
down, so it hadn't popped yet.
General Motors. The headlights may flicker on the GMC Canyon for 2024. So they're going to try to get rid of the flickering on the GMC
It's probably
Canyon.
the blinker fluid.
Blinker fluid. Now, inoperative low brake fluid warning light on the Cadillac Escalade.
No.
Chevrolet, Silverado, Suburban, Tahoe, GMC Sierra, Yukon, and Yukon XL. 23 to 24 model years.
So if your brake cylinder's low on fluid, and the
It ain't going to
indicator-
tell you.
So how do you know?
You'd know when your foot goes all the way to the floor.
There you go.
Jeep Wrangler, 2018 to 2024. Disabled rear camera and brake light. Jaguar F-Pace, 2024. Hello, Leslie, are you listening? Rear view camera image may not display.
You can get in trouble when you get home.
Yeah, buddy.
Rear view camera image may not display on the Land Rover. Defender, Discovery, Range Rover 2024, along with the Range Rover Evoque, the Sport, and the Velar. I like saying that name. Parking lights may flicker on the Ford F-150 for 2022. rear view camera image. Ford Maverick 2022 to 2024. It may not work for you either. Stellantis car brand Fiat recalling 17,000 vehicles because of a software error that could cause airbags to deploy with excessive force in a crash, increasing the risk of severe neck injuries.
Isn't that about
I think
all
he
they
broke
sold?
his neck.
Yeah.
This recall affects 2017 to 2020 Fiat 124 Spider models. And, as another note, Mazda alerted Stellantis Europe to a potential problem with the airbag control module. Mazda and Fiat collaborated to produce, get this, the Mazda MX-5 Miata and the Fiat 124 Spider. They collaborated, Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what happens when you start collaborating. You either get a disease or you get in a lot of trouble. There's no collaborating going on around here. Automotive supplier Rena of Southfield, Michigan, filed for bankruptcy Monday with the intention of selling the business after being ordered to pay $30 million in a lawsuit over defective parts. It's not clear if a potential buyer has been identified. Customers include Tesla, BMW I Group, Skyway Precision, and Hanwha Advanced Materials.
Oh. Hanwha.
Hanwha. Would-be car thief in Florida was foiled in humiliating fashion by the electric door latches on a Chevrolet Corvette C8. After visiting a Starbucks in Miami Beach, Julio Solano found a man inside his Corvette begging for the door to be opened. He filmed the man's pleas on his phone while waiting for the police to arrive. Quote, "My brother, this is not your car, this is my car," Solano told the man. Later identified as 33-year-old Ravish Rabindranath.
Robinson. Call him Robinson.
"Can I get out?" Mr. Rabindranath can be heard asking. "No, you cannot get out," Solano replied. Calling the cops. Officers arrested Mr. Rabindranath, who was charged with burglary. Car's electrical components don't function without the keys, and fortunately, he didn't know about the manual door release under the seat, Solano told TV station WPLG, The Plug, in Miami.
Wow.
Chevy has used door release buttons instead of pull handles on the Corvette for nearly 2 decades. Setup has occasionally trapped drivers who weren't aware of the manual override lever in cases of dead batteries or malfunctions.
You heard the story about the guy at the Waffle House in Port Arthur that got locked into his Corvette and died.
Died. Wow.
Oh, I digress. What?
Exactly.
Yeah?
He couldn't get the door open.
He couldn't get the door open.
Killing me.
You're killing me, Smalls. God, is this show over yet?
Almost.
This idiot, Don Armstrong. Oh, God. He's never going to be able to do anything in his life. Ever. Just saying. Well, it's been a fun, interesting, weird show.
It's been fun. We've talked to a lot of
And it's been
a lot
real
of
weird.
nice cars.
A lot of
of very
cars.
nice cars.
Yeah. And great guests today.
Yeah, great guests.
It's really a good turnout out here, and there's still time to get on out here if you want to come out and see some cars.
Come out and see Woody.
Woody, yes.
You won't recognize him, but come on out.
He'll,
There he is right
be
there.
the
Woody,
model
thank
for
you
your
for the
cars.
show. We appreciate you stepping out today, and we appreciate everything you've done. So there's there. Well, you did.
Yeah,
Today
this-
was
good
a
job.
wing
It's a
dinger.
good show.
Hey, it's time now for a quick break on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We'll be back maybe after these commercial messages.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The N-Wheel Time Fall Tour begins Saturday, September 28th at Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show. There'll be awards for Best Truck, Rat Rod, Import, Paint, Engine, Interior, and Best of Show. It happens at the Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas, where the backdrop of Galveston Bay will be one for your car scrapbook. Registration is $30 per car on site. Visitors are free 8 to 4, Saturday, September 28th. It's Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show at Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas. The N-Wheel Time Fall Remote Tour continues Saturday, October 12th from 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival, hosted by the Space City Corvette Club. See up to 300 cars under the trees in beautiful Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Competitors register online. Proceeds benefit Texas Equisearch. Show goers are free and will see all makes and models of the finest rides at this judged event. It's Saturday, October 12th, 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival in Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Sponsored by Emmons Autoplex on FM 528 near the Gulf Freeway in Webster.
Well, that's all for this week's In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Be sure and check out our website, InWheelTime.com. Follow us on Facebook. Give us a like. Tell your car friends about us and share our stuff. We'll keep you connected to all things automotive all week long. The Live Line and Love Line is open and can be reached at info@InWheelTime.com. We like car pics, so send us some of your car with a description and any info you want us to include, and we'll feature it on our future show. When you're looking for award-winning car talk, I don't know why, you can find the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 in 2 weeks. We'll be coming to you from the Good Grub and Gears Car Show in Stevenson Park in Friendswood.